Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John.
I'm Claire.
This is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Rome Total War, the Seleucid livestream, where we have entered that fun bit of the campaign, the fun bit of the Seleucid campaign, where basically everyone's going to dogpile us pretty much at once. At this point, now that kind of the people of Pontus and Parthia and Egypt, who are now dead, fortunately, have attacked us, pretty much everyone's going to join in. Armenia will be coming down momentarily. Greece will totally attack us. They'll mysteriously bring the Macedonians with them, even though the Greeks and the Macedonians are at war with each other. Screw it. Everyone will be at war with literally everyone else. That will just be how it all flipping goes. And let's just quickly get some stuff up here. Just give Claire the screen she needs. And then bring the game aboard. And bring in the game audio. And load the campaign. And everything should be absolutely fine there. I think everything should be fine in terms of audio and whatever. I think I haven't changed settings since last time. Chat, yell if like anything's blatantly wrong or whatever. But for the most part, I think everything... nice sip of water. Everything should be a-okay. So, this is us. This is the Empire looking pretty darn good, all things considered. What we've got now is you're a Numidian spy. Well, that's fine. Yeah, basically, down in the south, we managed to smash Egypt last time. We were kind of lucky, actually. Like, you know, they were willing to give battle on the open field a couple of times. They threw themselves in a bridge battle that didn't work for them. We were able to kind of, like, force them into a nice big heroic battle. Over here, site of famous battle there. Demetrius, he's, you know, not exactly got the most traditional Celeste name, but what have you. Taking on, yes, a captain of the Egyptians. Managed to actually kill those guys. Egypt wasn't able to actually expand much. There's a lot of rebel territories around here right now, purely because, yeah, the Egyptians, like, normally they would have got to Petra. I think they were actually at one point, they sent to go down to Petra, but he got diverted back up north and back towards the mainland just because we were invading at strength. So there's a fair few, excuse me, so there's a fair few kind of fairly valuable rebel territories. Also, pirates can spawn, by the way. I like this. Pirates are totally allowed to spawn in this part of the world. And it's kind of worth completely ignoring them, because why would you ever build a fleet that physically can't escape the Red Sea? Because it can't get through any of this, unfortunately. So, yeah, like, you can see just from the amount of, like, incense floating around and stuff, and camels and whatever, it might well be worth taking some of these territories around here as time goes by. But our priorities for the moment are, yeah, completely knock the Parthians out of the south of this whole area. And then we've got this corner of the map on lockdown. So we've got Egypt here, and we've got these territories, and we continue to be able to hold Hatra and Cilicia and Susa. Well, then basically this corner of the map is just ours for the taking whenever we feel like it. Parthians aren't 100% keen on this plan. They're sending someone south right now, and we don't have that much. Actually, he can't make it this turn, which is good. So I can step outside and get some more reinforcements. We've got some stuff coming in here. I should probably actually build... No, I'm out of money. That's the problem. I'm completely out of money. So maybe we'll need to get some more money next time, and we'll deal with all of that. We're also at war with the people of Pontus. Got a big army up here. Good army, actually. We need to kind of start off today by just kind of kicking their ass a bit. Ooh, not great mercenaries. Actually, you know what? These mercenaries are good. They're just expensive. So I can't really afford those guys right now. We've also got you. Aha! Yeah, we're pretty much ready to begin today by just kicking the arse of some Pontic forces. I love this. This just our flipping army of nothing but flipping mercenaries. Right, let's get this guy out of the way. He will not give battle. He'll back off. But their movement points are really badly reduced if they're out in the middle of nowhere. So we should hopefully, if we're very, very lucky indeed, be able to... Why am I not wearing Claire, why am I not wearing headphones right now?
I don't know.
I feel like that's a thing I should be doing.
So you can have game music?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, hang on. Hang on. Where are my headphones?
I don't know, I'm afraid.
Claire, entertain the chat, Claire.
Your headphones are right here.
Excellent. It's okay, good. That was a panic over. We don't need to figure out what Claire was about to do, and I told her to entertain the chat. Oh, blimey. That could have gone horribly, horribly wrong. I'm just going to take off some clothes, though. I'm just going to take off some clothes nice and quickly. Not that many clothes, just a few. It's quite warm. It's quite warm. Got the lovely radiators piping out heat. Why?
It's not quite warm.
It is. There we go.
Anyway.
I was wondering why I couldn't hear the game. It's because I didn't have my headphones on. So that now makes lovely sense. So yes, we can now wipe out this Pontic army. as our kind of starting point here. This is going to be a nice, you know what, this is going to be one of those lovely moments of, oh dear, oh dear, oh, this is just going to be... Oh, this is one of those moments where you just get to watch Cretan archers annihilating everything. I live for those moments. They're the best moments. Right, while I'm just drawing up, Claire, have you got anything to say to us today?
Yeah, everyone in the chat is very excited that you're playing Let's Strip Total War.
We've got problems here. You can't see it, but I've just seen Rome Total War has stopped working.
Oh dear.
Oh dear, we've lost, hang up, we've lost Rome Total War. We've lost, panic, no, don't panic. Okay, hang on. I'm just going to try and get Rome Total War back. That was odd. Rome Total War is not commonly a crasher. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Balls. It's okay. It's all fine. Everything's under control. Everything's fine.
Shall I read some messages?
Yes, go right ahead while I try and
back?
fix this. While I try to fix this quickly. Okay, let's just see. Okay, I think we've mostly got it back already. Hang on, flip on. Go back here. Yep, fine. Now back in here. Okay, let's check if this battle just mysteriously crashes again. So he goes back again. Yeah, okay. Back over here. Let's see if this battle crashes again. That was just a weird one for us. There's something really weird about these particular troops on this particular bit of hex that means it's kind of struggling to load the map. No, we're good. Right, we're good. In that case, Claire, Karen, that's really weird. Rome is a really stable game. It's really stable. It's weird that happened. Right, Claire, you've got a minute while I'm just drawing up my troops in that case. I've got to flip and rearrange all of this nonsense because there's a lot of weird stuff in this army.
Shout out to Stuart O'Hara who gave us £5 and said good evening. Good evening to you.
Good evening indeed.
Shout out to Tree Shaker Tucker who gave us £2 and said hello John and Claire.
Hello, hello.
Shout out to the person with the most interesting username of all. Ringworldnia.
Good attempt, I'm sure.
I
I'm
asked
sure
them for tips to pronounce it in the chat, but they haven't replied yet.
I'm sure that was a great attempt.
Oh, no. They just said Ringworld Engineer. They just removed all the vowels. Okay, fine. Well, Ringworld Engineer gave us $2 and said...
So, wait, sorry. They removed all the vowels, but were left with Ringworld Engineer. A couple of words that have a lot of vowels in them.
No. They were left with Ringworld Engineer.
Ah,
they said to me
so they've put it back in.
Yeah, because yeah.
Okay.
They took pity on me. Thank you very, very much indeed. A shout out to Mega Raptor who gave
hello
us
Mega
$20.
Raptor.
Hello. And said, hi John, hi Claire, I can't watch because I'm 2 live streams behind, but I wanted to say hello and I will watch this when I can. Good luck on this betrayal business, John.
Oh, I'm sure it'll all go just flipping fine when it comes to it.
That's what you always say.
It's just kind of one of those things you accept when you play as the Slayers. It's like everybody's gonna dogpile you. Everyone's gonna flipping dogpile you, so you may as well get used to it. This is the army that's basically gonna sooner or later have a big confrontation against Heracles, one of the main generals, possibly the faction, I can't remember, of the Pontic people. That's going to happen at some point or other. But I like this this weird mercenary army. Kind of with all its different various kind of strengths. Mercenaries are really good. Like, mercenaries had different strengths in each Total War game. Like, Rome Total War was a game where if you were over in Greece and the East, you'd often find that, yeah, mercenary armies could be really flipping strong. So now what are you guys going to do? Are you moving forward? Doesn't look like it. Right. Sorry, you've got a bit more time when I just quickly move my troops all into position before the murder commences.
Yeah, we have a message from Penny in the chat who says, I tried playing Rome on very hard as the Greek cities. No one allied with me. Within 5 turns, 6 other factions had declared war on me, and within 9 turns I was dead.
Excellent. I think actually right now, is the Steam sale still on? I'm not sure if the Steam sale, like I saw this morning, the Rome Total War collection is like £2, £2 or £3 right now.
I shall check that on Steam
If
now.
If that is still there, then if you don't currently own Total War, you can get the entire thing and both the DLCs. Both actually, Barbarian Expansion is a fantastic DLC. Alexander is alright. It's an okay DLC. But if it's still, I'm not sure if the sale's still on. If the sale is still on, that is a fantastic thing.
Wait, which package are you talking about?
Rome Total War, the whatever it's called, the whatever the full campaign thing is called. I can't remember.
Rome Total War Collection.
The Rome Total War Collection, which I assume does contain Barbarian Invasion and Alexander.
Yeah, it says it's 66% off, so I think you're on the money with saying how cheap it is. It's just loading right now. But yeah.
Oh, this is interesting. They've decided rather than sending like the archers they've got forward, they're sending... oh no, they are sending the archers forward. Well, that's fine. That's a-okay. I've got cavalry ready to basically just intercept and chase them off. They're trying to reload. There's only 81 of them. They'll back off. Their spearmen aren't sure whether they want to try and cover. We'll take the lightest knock. Oh, that's quite a bit of damage to one of the slingers there, but screw it. We'll now chase these guys off because they'll give up before their second. In comes my barbarian cavalry and also immediately gets themselves shot in the back, but screw it. Oh, they broke immediately. Beautiful. That's a double break. Break on both sides. Never trust barbarian cavalry. They're bloody useless. But that's absolutely a-okay. Now, at this point, we're basically just firing arrows in all over the shop. The Peltas, this is advantageous, because the Peltas, the general doesn't really like going forward for the most part. So, as a result, now, we've taken a bit of a knob. Hopefully, we'll get some of these guys back, because generally, damage that's done to units when it's, done by kind of missiles, they can often heal it off. So we just need to move a little bit further forward, and then we can just basically start pelting their front line. And if they try and move forward, we've got plenty of peltas and what have you ready to go as well. That's maybe a little bit aggressive, to be honest. That's probably fine. Everyone run if you could be so kind. There you go. They might start moving forward in a minute, just in case they do. I'll bring my... Yeah, there we go. They're starting to think about moving up. I'll bring my own general round into a decent kind of flanking position around here, just to kind of chase off their peltas if need to be. Sorry, Claire, carry on as my kind of own troops just move into position here. We should be well in position to just start bombarding them momentarily. Yep, yes, we are good.
Yeah, we have a little bit of Latin from Philip Arbo, who gave us 50 Danish kroner.
Oh, very nice.
And it's already gone up in the on the window over there, so I'm not sure you're going to be able to see it, but it is Ceterum Sanseo, or is it, do you pronounce C's cup?
They should be, but very often we don't. We often pronounce them as something else instead. They're very odd, but they should be. They should be pronounced like that.
Anyway, so that would be Ceterum Canseo Carthaginem Delendam Esse.
It's some form of variant of et Carthago delendam est, the famous statement, Carthage must be destroyed. Hang on, I'm in the middle of a battle, but let me lean over. Point at it.
Right here.
It is the famous Carthago delendam est. Basically, Carthage must be destroyed. Carthage must be destroyed, and no, they're actually our friends. Wait, we just won. Claire, how did we just win?
The game was so impressed by your Latin.
Who just charged forward? Why are you charging forward? The Rhodian slingers decided, screw it, we're running forward to finish this by ourselves, and they did. Oh dear. Right. Well, that's good. I don't know why you guys just ran forward. That was really interesting. That was fascinating. I just turned away for a minute, and those guys had just run forward and won the battle. Said, screw this. We're just going in. We're going the flip in. Damn it.
Yeah, your slingers ran into the fight apparently.
Okay. Yeah, I guess they were though. They were aggroed. They decided to try and get involved. But that's kind of weird.
Best slingers.
That's some good slinging action right there. That they found. You know what? Screw this slinging business. We're getting in there and finishing this off right the flip now. And, my barbarian cavalry have regrouped, but they probably won't be able to get involved. But, hang on, I'm going to put these guys into spread out mode, because then they'll be able to cover the large units of the people of Pontus a bit more easily. Just get right down on the ground here. Come on, get in there. Get in there, just start wiping them out. And now these people are going to start falling. Nice and quickly. Lovely. Don't come to battle in pyjamas. Just don't do it. It's not going to work out for you. Right, that's enough dead. Unfortunately, we won't be able to do too much more. Now they're kind of on top of them. Bring them close in back together. Just kind of closing the gap. And that's going to be a lot. Right. Would have liked to have killed a few more there, but didn't realise that my Rhodian slingers managed to just win. Somehow.
Are you complaining about the winning?
Well, kind of, yes, because enough of them survived. They actually managed to make it into the city, which is kind of irritating. And now, let's just check I can actually make it all the way to... No, I can't. Cancel the move, cancel the move, cancel the move. In which case, just take the cavalry, put the city under siege with that, and then merge the rest of the army into it, and then we'll have them all under siege. Lovely. Right, so now just build a whole bunch of rams. We can take Nicomedia. Nicomedia, very valuable, like double wine resource and also access to a port. Very, very valuable little settlement there, so we'll get that under control. Worried about the fact there are just some flipping Greeks floating around over here well inside my territory, especially if they want to. Actually, this rebel army is going to help, because this rebel army means they can't get over the bridge to the basically completely unguarded Halicarnassus, which is kind of hilarious. So that's good. Sardis is well guarded enough for the time being. That massive army on Rhodes is still there. Like, if this army basically decides to... Yeah, if the Greeks attack me and they get some ships over to Rhodes, this army is just going to come over to Halicarnassus and it's just going to walk straight through Halicarnassus and Sardis. And honestly, even if this army swings back down south, I don't know if this army can defeat this one. Because we don't have a solid answer to really good quality hoplites like 8 attack, 16 defense, and the upgraded weapons. I don't have an answer to that. That's just a huge amount of hoplites. I don't know what we do to that. So if we can just hold off the whole, you know, war against those bastards for as long as possible, that'd be flipping great. Now, next thing we need to do is, yeah, we need to knock out Siwa. Not because we really desperately want war with the Numidians, but purely because otherwise then the Numidians have access to 3 of our settlements a bit too easily. So do I have a... I've got a good general down here, but I kind of feel like he should probably be starting to head back north, and I should probably just send a small army just down south to take care of this by itself. I don't think we necessarily need him to actually handle that personally. Though, hang on, we also need... Oh yes, this is the same turn you actually took this city, so you should probably just stay there and just recharge for the time being. And if we can get somewhere out of money, we're completely out of money. Those guys are also recharging and also being retrained. Fine. Leave the Egyptian armies, the armies just conquered Egypt alone, just for the time being. Because if we just leave them there, they'll recharge for 1 turn, and that'll be fine. You are already exhausted. We already know about you. That force has now, yeah, got Nicomedia under siege. This force isn't going to do anything, and Syro won't be able to train anything for bloody ages. We've got a decent-sized force over here, but on its own for the time being. So if I could just basically get rid of some of you, chase him off. Actually, is that a good force to chase off immediately, or do we want to move over here? I wouldn't mind. I'll probably just... Okay, I can't get back to this force, so I'm just going to chase this force off too. So now it's just, yeah, that's just three Eastern Spearmen, so let's just quickly wipe those guys up. They might be annoying and hide up the side of a mountain, but they've got literally no ranged units, so we should be absolutely 100% fine. So, Claire, carry on while I'm just drawing up here.
Shout out to Ambrose, who gave us £5 and asked, who do you think will win Robot Wars? You guys should play one of the Rome Total, of the RW? In my head it went immediately RTW and I didn't realize...
I assume Robot Wars?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, sorry. I just...
Sorry, was that comment about Robot Wars? Then they used the abbreviation RW, couldn't figure out what that stood for. Claire, ladies and gentlemen! Claire! We're planning to replace her with a mop with a tape recorder attached momentarily. It'll be a significant processing upgrade.
Shut up.
You couldn't figure out what RW stood for in a message about Robot Wars.
No. I read it wrong.
Uh-huh.
That does not make it any better. But...
Do we need to put like one of those like posters they like have in nurseries with the alphabet in front of the wall in front of us here?
Oh, I am sorry.
Christ's sake, Claire. If that doesn't kill the cult of Claire, I don't know what will.
Nothing can kill the cult of Claire.
Oh my goodness, Claire, that was amazing.
Sorry.
That
anyway.
was truly incredible.
Oh, that is not the stupidest thing that I've said or done in a live stream. So you know.
Depressingly not, no. Hey chat, tell us your favourite stupid thing Claire's done.
Shout out to Ambrose, who still wants to know who do you think will win Robot Wars, and says that we should play one of the Robot War games for PC.
I don't see an obvious person who's looking like they're going to be taking out, they're just going to be like taking out either, you know, Carbine or Apollo. It still feels like they're the two favourites to me.
Yeah.
I don't see anyone new coming in who I immediately look at and think, yeah, they're going to be the guys that kill the favourites. So I still feel like the favourites from the last series are still the favourites this series, to me, at least. That's what it looks like anyway, I think.
Yeah, so people are saying that you mocking me for a lack of perception is kind of like something about pots and kettles.
Oh dear. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
Oh. And so says the most stupid thing I've done on these live streams is dating you.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh dear.
Yeah, put up with John, agreed to help John with the stream. Well, to be fair, helping John with the stream is part of my job that I'm paid to do, so...
We should mention, by the way, we have been listening to the comments and the feedback. In the Black Friday sales, I literally just ordered Claire a brand new microphone in her favourite colour.
It is red and
It is
beautiful.
red, which is Claire's favourite colour. So, from next week's stream, assuming we can figure out all the technical setup of it, we will actually have ourselves a brand new, super audible Claire, who will have her own microphone, and we will mix them together on a soundboard, and everything will be lovely. So, is that not good? Is that...
Well, for better or worse, we will have that.
Yeah, for better or worse, that's coming. So, you're going to regret asking for that. All of you are going to regret asking for that. Just so you know. Oh dear.
Lisa wants to know if you have cold water to apply to that burn. Anyway, no, I wouldn't be against playing a game where you can build your own robots and then make them fight.
And like lots of the robot building games are kind of terrible. Is the slight problem with this scenario. Plenty of them are kind of bad. So at this point we just begin. Yeah, they haven't actually moved forward. So now, basically now we just start firing arrows out of the cornfields and just start basically annihilating them with arrows and slings coming from every direction. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, well, I just enjoy watching one of the most annoying units on the field get absolutely torn apart. Claire, carry on.
Sorry, it was just in the chat. Shout out to David Wellman, who gave us $6.67. Says the pound gains slightly, 9.8%.
Which proves the markets are bullshit, because how in this week of news did the pound manage to gain anything?
Yeah, thank you, David, for making me say the phrase regret is premature. It is not. Anyway, he also says, I found Darkman Tim Tams locally. They were delicious. You are really missing out. Which that I definitely agree with. And also, Zycoria gave us $25 and they said, I heart your face. It's 1 AM. I've had less than 4 hours sleep. I work in 7 hours. I've got my cup of coffee. Let's do this.
Excellent. You like coffee. I can't really drink coffee. It upsets my stomach. I just drink the occasional tea. I can't drink coffee. It's very sad.
Aww. Yeah.
That
does sound really sad.
To the list of stimulants I don't really use. So you know, all my cheery sunny self is just me. It's pure powered by John.
Yeah, but like, I can't imagine how hyper you'd be if you like drank coffee on top of everything else.
That's true. It would probably be slightly disconcerting.
Anyway, shout out to Megarator, who gave us $2 and shouted panic earlier. And also shout out to Sir Roderick Quincy von Thunderbottom, the magnificent High King of Australia.
Hello, Sir Quincy von Thunderbottom thing. You. Hello, you.
You know that name.
I do.
Who gave us $2 Australian and said, welcome to the dog pile, now with 50% more men.
I like 50% more men. I like to think that's going to be what this playthrough is remembered for. It's going to be 50% more men.
Yeah, and that thing about the elephant sex.
Yeah. That too. I'm just going to send the Cilician pirates in roughly the right direction. Just going to start sending them in roughly that direction at this point. If you guys just want to... Actually, if you guys do want to engage, I'm fine for you to just basically do that. Yeah, begin firing. Stop, begin firing. Let's get over there. Just everyone just basically switch your targets over to here for the time being. These guys are going to break momentarily. They're not going to stand up to this yet. Broken almost immediately. Those guys took very little damage there. And now just a little bit more damage. Now you guys can actually, yeah, now reverse it. Reverse it, reverse it, reverse it. Now just attack these guys. And now just get over here. Hit over there. Cilician Pirates are really nice. Here they are hiding in the corner. And any moment. Any moment. There you go. You're done with the reloading. Come on. Come on, touch your... Bit slow there, Cilician Pirates, but as the javelins come in, that should absolutely... There we go. Beautiful. Continue that battle. Pull you back and just send the general in for mop-up duties. They're very fast as well. Oh! Just lines of dead pajama men. Gotta love it. Yeah, we're just... At this point, we're just like... The people of Pontus have begun this war, but they're sort of... They got in, like, you know, they were a little bit premature on this war. They kind of got in and started this war before they'd drawn their arms together. Now, I know they do have a big army somewhere, because they're not at war with anyone else, so they definitely didn't lose any of that. Oh, no, guys, stop shooting over there. That's where our general is. And in very hard mode, your own general's made of paper, the enemy general's made of flipping concrete. So we should have hopefully wiped these guys pretty much out there. Not much has managed to get away. That'll do, I'd say. Marvellous. So, nice clear victory there. Down to 75. If we're lucky, that army will cease to exist. But if it doesn't, that's absolutely fine. What have we got there? Yeah, enemy army routes. Good. Retinue expands. Ooh, Eastern Turncoat. +1 command when fighting against Eastern forces. And we can even get back up here. Attack this guy. He'll back off. Can we actually get to you this turn? We got Massacre right there. Can we get to you this turn? No, we can't. Unfortunately, no. Stop. Fall back to the bridge. Fall back to the bridge and wait there. This watchtower is now active, so we can see Massacre. The question is, where the hell is their main army? It's presumably somewhere up here. It's not in the Pontic capital. So Heracles has just got an army somewhere. It might be barreling towards Nicomedia. I'm honestly not quite sure. So we've got pretty much everything we can get this... Oh, there's another big Greek army there. If the Greeks attack me, that's, you know, we're at panic stations. Because at that point, they've got this army here, and this army here, and we're screwed. We're pretty... Ooh! The Greeks actually have taken over Corinth. That's kind of cool. They haven't taken... Ah, they've got Attica under siege as well, blimey. Okay, the Greeks are doing weirdly well this game. So I was about to say, like, well, the thing is, because the Greeks have got these two armies over here, they're going to be doing really badly on the mainland. But no. They've managed to kick they've managed to kick Macedon out of 1.5 cities so far. That place isn't under siege right now. I wonder if I could make friends with the Macedonians. That might be an interesting... If I could make friends... I mean, the Macedonians are a potential ally for me. Hang on, let's just check what their current situation is. The Macedonians are not having a good game. They're at war with the Romans and with the Thracians and the Greek cities. The Greek cities, meanwhile, are... Right now, yeah, they're allied with the Pontic people. So they're going to hate us. They are absolutely going to hate us. And it's inevitable that they're going to attack us. They're enemies with Carthage as well, interestingly. That's kind of interesting. So, basically, me and Carthage form a little coalition of losers. And I think Macedon can be brought into the coalition of losers. Let's see what we can do here. We should check, by the way, how are you guys doing? Carthaginian City, not currently under siege. So, they're not imminently losing more territory, but they have already lost some. Fine, that's all we can really do this turn. Basically every single time I enter turn at this point, it's a moment of, am I about to be attacked or betrayed by someone? And the answer is probably going to be yes. But on the plus side, at least it's not the Armenians yet. This massive force is not heading towards Hatra yet. Okay, so, people of Pontus speaking to the Armenians, unsurprising. Greek cities, hopefully, actually, no offense, there's nothing they can really ask me for at this point. Okay, nothing major has happened at this point. I've got 9,000, and I'm also the most advanced faction, which is great. Picked up a new baby. Going to obviously be quite a few years before he's ready to go, but bare minimum, yeah, in 32 turns, and Parthian agents in Cilicia, and there's the Parthian force. We may as well keep you heading south. Can you make it here this turn? You're making it, yeah, you're making it there this turn. Good, right. Put this place under siege, so Demutha will fall next turn, and if we feel like we need reinforcements, then I can just buy some mercenaries in the form of, yeah, Arab cavalry and camel archers are not that bad. That would do the job. This army should be looking a lot more healthy. Oh yeah, that army's looking a lot more healthy all of a sudden. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, this place. Alexandria up here. with trying to... Do they want Asclepius? Yeah, in all fairness, we're not going to be training much down here, really. I should just keep them on Asclepius. Even though they do have the armourer, there's no point doubling down on Hephaestus. We're not going to be training much in this part of the world. Ever, to be honest. Because the only thing I ever would train in might be like some peasants to ship over to like Salamis or whatever. But it'll probably be fine. Alright, as for Thebes, probably the same basic deal. Ooh.
Sorry, I'll go get that.
And the doorbell's just gone. So, Claire's going to figure out what's going on in the rest of the world. Let's find out. Oh. Okay, I'm guessing that's a delivery.
Yeah.
Because Claire's going down to the door. Okay. It's just me.
It's from Amazon.
It's just me. Oh shit, that might be your new microphone. That wasn't supposed to come till tomorrow. Okay, is she gone? Is she gone? Okay, she's gone. Okay. It's just me and you now. So we can have a talk about Claire. So obviously it's clear that Claire is not doing a good job here. It's not doing a good job. It's pretty terrible. In fact, and you know, I'd use the word abysmal, but that might be too generous. So obviously it's pretty clear that we're going to have to get rid of Claire. The problem is I don't really know how we're going to do it. How do we get rid of Claire? I mean, do we just basically... Like, what I could do is I could just... no, she'll be back before I have time to change the locks. But the next time she goes out, I could just change the locks. Could just change the locks on her. Or, you know, we could do it formally. We could, like, you know, fire her and just basically just kind of shuffle her out in that regard. There's always murder. There's always murder as an option. But now I've said that, I probably shouldn't actually do it because the police might theoretically come across this live stream. So murder's probably kind of out, but we just need to... Oh shit, she's back. Okay, just don't tell her about this. Okay, that's just between me and you. Okay? Okay, good. All right. Is it the microphone?
It's addressed to you, so probably.
Excellent. That's probably the microphone.
Shall we do a live unboxing?
It's literally the same microphone I'm using, and they can't see it. The worst unboxing. You see this? This is why we just had that private chat with me and you a second ago. Anyway, why don't you just...
What did you tell them?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sit down. Sit down. Let's crack on. Let's crack on with this. We've got a Claire microphone, but because we don't know what program we want to use for a soundboard, we can't actually set it up today. But it will be there next time. It will be there next time. So we've got ourselves.
Guys, tell me what he said
in
the chat, please.
We were just having a nice discussion about candy floss, weren't we? It was about candy floss. Right?
Was it about my murder?
No. Ah, nice refreshing water. Water is a good thing. Right, let's actually... You know what? It's not going to slow us down a little bit too much. We may as well send Demetrius the Conqueror as the only person in this part of the world out over in this direction. I think we... What? What? Oh dear.
People are giving me advice for my health. So let's go away for a while.
Oh, that's a good idea. Good thought. Good thought. Excellent. Good thought, chat. Yeah. Excellent. So... Oh, dear. Now, is this enough? Is that enough troops? If I just lower Thebes' tax rate significantly... What?
That is just a bit dark in it, John.
What?
Whatever you said to them.
Is the chat not down with my idea? Whatever it was I said.
No.
The chat's not down with this. Well, the chat's no bloody fun, are they? Oh, well. Right, remind me, what are my training facilities? Ah, yes, I can retrain pretty much anything of main troops around here, with the exception of archers. I don't have archers around here. So if I was to bring some troops from... Yeah, if I just bring these troops down to Memphis from Alexandria, I can retrain these guys here, together with just continuing to... Oh, I can just have phalanx pikemen here. Why would I not just be training constant phalanx pikemen? I've just tons of troops around here. Probably because I couldn't afford to. That'd probably be why. Let's just get some scythe chariots underway. Those are fine too. So, this army's now heading into that territory, but it's going to be slow going, like probably... 2 turns, yeah, that's going to be 2 turns, fine. So he's going to be going for some time, taking care of that. We've got rebels around here. I said, whatever they're saying, it's a lie. Whatever.
Shout out to you, Try Matthews, who you know gave us the best quote that there could be for times such as these. Also $2. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you much.
But yes, of course, curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal. Of course.
Of course. Right, so we've got ourselves, some Parthian forces are coming up on Seleucia. They've sent reinforcements down here. So now I can send my spy up north, just have a look, see what's actually going on up here. So, Prosper, okay, in Scythian hands right now. Fine. And Arsacia, nothing too major going on here. And Arsa's is no longer in that fort. We don't know where Arsa's is right now. Arsa's could be anywhere. Small force, including, cataphracts. I think they start off with some cataphracts. That's why they've got such early game cataphracts. I think they start off with one unit. Seleucia right now has probably not enough defense for this. I'm just going to have this guy step outside to... There's no mercenaries. That's a concern. I was kind of hoping mercenaries might show up. Actually, we can get archers. If we can get some archers in, archers behind some hoplites can hold out for a very long period of time. Susa needs to get itself... Yeah, Susa's getting itself some more stuff coming in there. Sadly, I can't get reinforcements from Susa over to Seleucia because, one, Susa's at the point of getting towards rebellion anyway, and even if I could, there's bloody rebels in the way. There's a massive rebel army I need to clear out at some point. So that's a little bit on the concerning side. Antioch has got, more things coming in there. We've got the armourer coming in at Sidon, which is really damn cool. I really need to get... And we've already got paved roads to her on this whole part of the Empire. So we've got good movement speed going on. Salamis is stuck down over there because I can't spare the time to send peasants over to them, at least for the moment. That fleet is badly damaged. Let's send that fleet up north to Sidon for retraining. Have you got a... You don't have a shipwright, but these are just, those are just biremes, not triremes. So that's fine. I should probably train, I've got the population here. So I'm going to train a peasants here. The peasants are going to be put in these ships and sent over to Salamis. That should push Salamis very close to, hopefully next turn. Yeah, that should be enough for Salamis next turn to actually be ready to grow as soon as I break those guys apart, which is good. Right, let's take Nicomedia and then we can get this force moving on the way again. So... Yeah, doesn't look like it's much because most of it's pretty damaged already. I'm just going to drop saves kind of a bit more regularly than I usually do just because we had that crash earlier, so I'm a bit nervous just to make sure that doesn't happen again. So we got this guy here. He's basically got nothing but his General's Bodyguard. Remember, the General's Bodyguard are annoying for Pontus because they're like the missile cavalry. So we got Command Talent. Oh, Doubtful Courage and Pawn of the Gods. Excellent. So, yeah, Doubtful Courage is useful. He's only 18. He's not very good at anything yet. And... he's got literally one archer, and then these peltas, so we should just be able to walk straight in here. Fine, while we're drawing up, Claire, back over to you for the time being.
Yeah, we've got a lot of lovely comments from the chat about how I should defend myself from you and organise the coup of Claire.
Why am I worried that actually what's more likely to happen is actually behind my back, because I can't see the chat, you're the one in the chat, that actually the chat and you are going to start conspiring together against me.
I literally just told you about the coup of Claire. It's not like I'm being subtle.
Well, good, because you're not good at it.
Yes. Never mind that. Yes, there are people saying you were planning to do the Black Sacrament to summon the Brotherhood on me, which is not very nice. Don't do that. Shout out to Northern Legionnaire in chat who said, thank you for inspiring me to play Medieval 2 Total War.
Oh, it's a good game.
Very, very nice.
It's a very good game.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite things when people tell us all the games they've been playing.
You know, the weird thing about Medieval 2 is, like, I thought the series was kind of, like, you know, running a bit out of steam when we were kind of, you know, getting close to the end of, like, the campaign victory. But after we won the campaign, it's got really interesting. I think it's got way more interesting since technically the game is already over. Because, like, we've had so many really big, interesting fights since then. It's been great fun. So, start the battle, and you guys, and you guys, and you guys, and then just get these guys forward over here. Those are Eastern Infantry, those are Peltasts. Fine, you guys. Door! Do the door! There you go. So, at this point, we just need to basically get these guys into a... Oh, did I just tell you to... Oh, that's... that would be why. I clicked you too close to the door, so you were thinking you wanted to go to the door. That would be why. That's fine. Right, oh, that's the one archer. The one archer's like, oh no, I know what archers look like. I'm naffing off out of here. I'm not hanging around for this, you stupid losers. Right, so in you guys come. So all of you guys, just stop. And now let's just get the Pontic eye view of this, because they've got... Are they even facing forward? They are facing forwards, but their shields are on this side. So we should get some benefits out of the fact their shields are on their left arm. And we're actually fighting... Oh, dear! The one archer's dead. Oh dear, they're now presenting their backs to us. They are now, at this point, presenting their backs to us. So the next round is going to be devastating for them. Down to 210, 209, 208, 205, 204, 203, 202, 200, 199, 198, 193. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. I mean, perfect world. And now I assume... Actually, no, I think they changed targets. I think they changed targets over here. Instead, so the archers are now kind of focusing over there instead. We'll just like slowly push them back. But actually, you know what? We're sufficiently, we've pushed them pretty far already. Let's just bring these guys a bit further forward at this point. That's absolutely fine. I could bring the slingers up as kind of reinforcements. We don't need them as a desperate priority. I'm just going to bring the slingers over here. Just kind of ready to help out. But that should be plenty close enough to... Oh, dear. Oh, yeah. Oh, dear. Actually, they've got their shields up, so they won't take quite as much. But now they're kind of being shot in the back as well. So, you know what? I was wrong. That worked just fine. They just lost like 20, 30 guys in a single volley, and now there's going to be more coming in as well. Oh, yeah, you can see the difference in the back there. That was like way more like 25, 30. That's beautiful. There should be one more volley there. Then I kind of want to bring them a bit further forward. I'm kind of hoping we can hit the Eastern General. No, the Eastern General is pulling back. You'd often find in this part of the world, by the way, plenty of kind of Greek-style towns, but with Eastern-style... Ooh, look at all the arrows. But kind of Eastern-style buildings in them, because often the towns start off Hellenic, but get taken over pretty quickly by the other stuff. So that Eastern infantry is pretty much... Oh, you can see it falling apart in the background, even when the camera cuts to that business. Then the Peltasts come in, so we can just kind of turn some fire onto those guys, which is lovely. Now, next time, we can probably send in some... Thracian mercenaries. You know what? You'll do a competent enough job over here. Let's just send in the flipping, the barbarian mercenaries. They're kind of terrible, but they'll do a competent enough job, just kind of buying some time. You get in here as well. Actually, those guys are pretty much going to die imminently from archer fire. They're not even going to... They don't stand a chance. Right, let's just send these guys in over here. I'm just going to see if I can bait the general forward into... these mercenaries, because if I can, that'd be beautiful. What's your range? Your range is get a bit closer, just get a bit closer. I think he's taking the bait, because what he's seeing is he's seeing weak infantry he could totally win in a fight in front of him. And also, we've got Thracians who have got pretty good armor piercing. So if I can basically just get these guys into a competent position where he's basically going to be in range of them, you just need to basically, don't get too far ahead. I don't want this guy to be pulled back. Right, so now we've got my Cretans should be lining up shots against... No, not them. Here. Do not shoot over there. I want you to be shooting over here. Okay, so he is now just going to basically toss javelins at these lads. These lads are going to take damage, but that's acceptable casualties because they're basically like accidentally pinning the general. So the general's just going to start taking some damage over time. While that's happening, by the way, I'm just going to bring my Thracians up this side, because he's going to start going down. He's at 37. I'm going to have the other barbarian mercenaries just coming up towards the plaza. I don't want them to touch the plaza, because it'll pull these guys off. These guys are down to Shaken and 29. I'd rather not engage them, because I don't want them to break. I'd rather they actually just stood and fought, because these guys have only lost, like... not even 40 men yet, because they are, you know, they're forward-facing, they've got some shields, they're alright for the time being. So we're okay, and no, I think they're falling back. In fact, they've actually broken, which is kind of cool. So in which case, you know what, you guys just get up here. Let's just get in there and finish these guys. Let's just hang out here. Let's just see what he does. What's he going to do next? As soon as this guy recovers, I kind of what direction is he going to go in? So if he just basically hangs out here, or he might just try and get back towards the front gate, or he might go and face off against these guys. Whichever it is, let's just kind of see what happens here. So just speed this up a little bit, and looks like it's over in this direction. Fine. So on this occasion, war cry for my mercenaries, and then basically let's just have them charge him. War cry to experienced mercenaries against already damaged Eastern general of only 13 strength should be fine. In which case, bring up the Thracians over in this direction. In fact, just have them just come over here. You guys are... Okay, you're being a bit like, you know, this is a bit casual. This is a bit casual for the fact that charging is supposed to be running. So in these guys come. Luckily, these guys are not on... Are they in skirmish mode? If they are, they've skirmished very badly. That's pretty bad skirmishing right there. Right, while we're just kind of starting to mob all of this up, Claire, what have you got for us? There he goes, by the way, beautiful.
The enemy general is slain, and now
Oh dear, I'm worried about the coup of Claire at this point.
Shout out to Audie Yang, who gave us 200 yen, which I don't think we've had yens before.
Yen? Yeah, that might be new.
Really cool.
That might be new indeed.
And it's also really cool because his message was, or their message was, for super secret coup of Claire fund, hashtag cult of Claire.
Shh. There already is a super secret coup of Claire fund. We've just given you a microphone. That's what the coup of Claire funds are for.
Excuse me, that's for work.
Uh-huh. The coup of Claire is work.
Okay. Shout out to Selena, who gave us 10 Canadian dollars and said, thank you for making my day. It's absolutely awesome. P.S. Claire beware. Oh.
Claire beware.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Oh, I like this. Now we've got... I like the Thracian messages are great because they're so fast. They're fast-moving units, and they just slice for everything. And they also show up with green hair and skirts. That's what they show up with. They wear like helmets with little things on the front, and then they just show up with skirts and green hair. So they are fabulous, and they've done a beautiful job there. Well done, Thracian mercenaries. Yeah, that was pretty neat and tidy. Pretty happy with that. So Nicomedia falls to ours. Nice and easy there. Lovely.
Shout out to Ben, who gave us £10 and said, thanks for last week's stream. I spent all week watching nothing but Scott Manley videos and documentaries.
It was nowhere near as good, I know, but he's alright.
John.
Yes.
Shush. Shout out to Denethor, who gave us £5 and said, so I just got my credit card this week. I just got my debit card this week, and what better way to christen it than by sending you a little something to show my appreciation.
Oh, thank you very much indeed.
And also shout out to Anthony, who is the regular that we have who was running in cosplay, and this time he sent a message in French.
Ah, okay.
So I shall read that out. This was for me, clearly. It says, Bonjour Claire, John ne reçoit aucun amour aujourd'hui, à moins qu'il ne soit gentil avec vous. Vous pourrez avoir les 5 pires dollars.
Okay, I'm going to try and translate that. Point it out to me.
I think it's gone up.
Okay, show me the French. We're going to try and translate some French here.
Uh-huh.
Okay, hello Claire. I didn't receive your golden armor today.
What are you talking
Less is the pity. Win my gentle soul, which is with you. You are able to have 5 peers. Thank you very much for your 5 peers. Claire.
The message does in fact read, hello Claire. John receives no love today unless he is nice to you. You can have 5 worse dollars.
Aww.
And Anthony, you can call me too.
Aww.
Well, that's just pretty normal. But...
Aww. Claire and Anthony sitting in a tree. BOUISSANS. BISOUXANS.
What are you even trying to say?
Kissing.
Yes, I know that in French.
Bisou. Oh. I don't know what the verb to kiss is.
I mean, if you'd managed to do the thing that you were trying to do, it would probably come out as the French slang for fuck instead of anything else, but, you know.
Oh dear. Oops. I'm sorry to our French viewers. We just became an 18 rated stream. We didn't mean to.
Anyway.
Oh dear.
Oh, everybody is well impressed by your mad French skills.
We've already established from looking at that data that in the Excel thing, like the French are literally the least likely people in the world to watch the streams. The French hate the streams. Like, even the Australians, like, I think were more likely, have a higher propensity to watch the streams than the French. The French just absolutely despise us. What do we ever do to France? Boo, etc. Oh, I might have some Sarmatians. I mean, they're really good. Yeah, it's great. Even though they're expensive, I'm having some Sarmatians. Now, can I just charge straight for these guys at Massacre? Because that's just a bit of a wild goose chase going after that army when I could just basically head over in this direction instead. Oh dear.
Tea and Charcoal in chat pointed out, isn't that everything in French slang for flip? Which, I mean, not everything.
We discovered a terrible secret about French right there.
Oh, Kyle says tell John to stick with Latin.
Oh dear. Right, now what do we want to do here? Probably want to take most of this army straight out of here. Leaving behind maybe a damage... Oh, blimey, not like that. Maybe leaving behind one damaged unit of the barbarian mercenaries just to hold the fort here. Yeah, okay. Let's just send you round here to get down a... Can't construct a fort or watchtower? Oh, I should be able to construct a fort or watchtower here. It's just not quite the right place. That'll do. So we got some visibility in this area at least. Yeah, just head down here. We'll swing through Ancyra and smash it on the way to this army heading up. So I feel like we've got Pontus kind of on the ropes. And I'm not really sure where their main force is. We never fought it. So what's going on? What's going on? And yeah, we've now got confirmation, by the way, that Byzantium is currently held by Thrace, who we should send someone over to have a chat to. Ah, the market's almost done. So what we should probably do here is we should get a boat trained at Sardis. Or we could just get it trained here. We've got the port here. So I should just get a diplomat and a spy over in this direction. So actually that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to get the diplomat trained now. We'll get spy trained next turn. We'll get them in the boat over here, and then we'll just get the boat over to Greece, the mainland, and we'll just start sending them around, and we'll be able to start figuring out what's going on, especially with the Romans. Figuring out what the Romans are doing would be of use. Any move from the Armenians? No, the Armenians are still not on the move. That works for me. And they've also got a little bit of a rebel army, crappy rebel army that'll do the job, just kind of standing in the way. Laodicea, we're already training some reinforcements. Demutha's under siege. Susa, we can't get reinforcements in. Claire's sniggering, and that's never a good sign.
Oh, shout out to Stuart O'Hara, who gave us £5 and said, John's up to like 3 sudden and inevitable betrayals of Claire by now.
That's fair, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna disagree with that. I ain't gonna disagree with that one little bit. Just check Antioch's still training some troops, by the way. And I think, yeah, Antioch's okay for the time. Antioch is screw it. Go over to the... Oh yeah, we got the new kid, don't we? We've got Cassandros, who's okay. He's just come in. Do we want to bring him into... I might move him down to... I'll move him around to Tarsus. He can pick up the next army. We'll move him to Tarsus for now. Tarsus is actually making surprisingly competent money. It's a decent size. The problem is we're going to really start running out of... Actually, I need to invest heavily because we've got a whole bunch of minor cities coming in. So once the minor cities all come in, I need to invest in shipwrights pretty much immediately in all of them. That's just a port. That is... Yeah, there'll be a shipwright. Oh, blimey. We're going to need to spend money on a few shipwrights. But they'll pay for themselves so quickly. So it's fine. In fact, actually, why are we not... Probably because we found... Oh, yeah, we kind of want the paved roads here. As soon as the paved roads are in Alexandria, then we'll get that down. But that's probably okay. And that's probably all our money done. I think that's probably all we can do here. I'd like to be building something in Laodicea, but we can't really justify it right now. So this force might decide to attack. If it does... I don't know what we do. I mean, we can't really sally forth against horse archers, but we'll just basically have to try and hold the walls, because when they try and actually get in, they'll struggle with what they've got with just 3 units of Eastern mercenaries and 3 horse archers. We should be able to hold the line there, but it's going to be a tight run thing given I can't get any mercenaries in. I mean, I kind of wouldn't mind sending something back up as reinforcements, but it's a bit late now, so we're just going to have to make do with what we've got. Fine, in which case, this spy can just start heading in this direction and can just basically start picking up some more territory around here and just start figuring out what's where exactly. Fine, that's probably all we can do this turn. Let's see what's about to happen. The Parthians are probably about to put Seleucia under siege, and if Pontus do have a big army, they need to reveal their hand right now. Otherwise, we're just going to swing for all of it. There's a bit more. Ah! They're willing to attack us in the open field. That works for me. So... I got 2,000 men here. It's a bit of a scruffy army, but it's not bad. They're coming at me with... They've got some scythe chariots, hillmen, who are... Hillmen are actually alright. They're for, like, how early in the game you can get them. Attack 6, charge bonus 2 is not so bad. We've also got the Eastern Infantry as well. And then we've got... Ooh! Dionysus the Mad. Beautiful. Dangerously mad. Has a disturbing tendency to bite people at inopportune moments. Marvellous. Anything else he's also got with him? The one that doesn't actually affect his morale at all, which is kind of funny. I wish we could hear his pre-battle speech. He's a military genius, apparently, as well as being dangerously mad. They kind of cancel out a bit. Fine. So, he's there. He's got that. Yeah, actually, if we just draw up behind our pikes, he's not got much in the way of range. Like, none of this has got much in the way of range, actually. Scythe chariots, yeah, the only range they've got is one unit of Peltas, one of Pontic lights. Okay, so the main force is going to be coming from the... Is that coming from the west or the northwest? I think it's directly from the west. So directly from the west, and then the reinforcements are going to come from the northeast. So if I just draw up on the south, facing over towards the west, we should be in a good position to intercept this. But this is going to be... If we just play defensively, we should be fine. But bear in mind, the computer just cheat on very hard mode, so sometimes it's hard to flipping tell. Right, while I'm figuring out where to draw up and looking at the battlefield here, Claire, you've got a moment.
Yes, sorry, there's a lot of bots in chat today.
But I think sometimes maybe Thomas is good at clearing them at the moment they show up.
Yeah, he's very, very fast.
And Thomas is unfortunately away today. So if chance is a bit more bot heavy, that's why. So Claire's kind of pulling double duties today.
Well,
normally she has...
Jabber is here, but he has a bit of a delay because he's further away than Thomas. Shout out to Urban Cohort who gave us $5 and said, hope you had a grand and very American Thanksgiving.
We did. We had Thanksgiving dinner with some American friends of ours.
Yeah, we've been...
Though we didn't actually go around and say what we were thankful for. Is that maybe not a thing that's typically done? Is that like a bit cliche?
Yeah, I mean, we've had that conversation yesterday actually, that it's not something we do every time. We've done it in the past some years, and also just skipped it other years, so it's fine. John was just hoping that I would tell everyone how thankful I was for him.
Yes, as you should be.
But yeah, I've had that with those same friends for like 9 years now, so it's a bit of a tradition. And yeah, Urban Cohort also says, and now you should kill those turkeys like you did in Hunting Simulator. It was a very small turkey, and we got it from the store. Shout out to...
It was quite big for the fact that only 6 of us were present.
John, half the point is having leftovers.
Okay, I clearly do not understand the point of this holiday.
Yeah, shout out to Akaris Chimera who gave us £2 and said Roma est ad mortem. Also blood for the clan of Clare.
Blood for the clan of Clare. Blimey, the clan of Clare is getting extremist here.
Yeah, well, there's the cult of Clare and then the clan of Clare, and it's all a bit confusing. Ethan gave us $5 and wanted to know, John, since you're a classical historian...
I'm really not. I'm a classical linguist more than that.
Yes. What do Seleucid sources say about the rebellion of Judah the Maccabee?
Oh, I don't know my Seleucid primary sources. Go away.
Okay.
Go away, Captain Humblebrag. I'm sure you know all about the Seleucid primary sources. I flipping don't, alright? Oh, dear.
Yeah, no, that is true, chat. Claire is in fact very thankful for the cult of Clare.
Oh, bless. I was going to say if it came up I was thankful for Tabby. Because she's the fluffiest bundle of fluff.
I'm pretty sure we both said that last year.
Well, it's as or more true this year.
True. Absolutely. Absolutely. No.
Now, what are we doing over here? Right, so, technically we're on the defensive right now. We're kind of on a flat. In fact, we're almost a little bit downhill, which is not great, but it's flat enough. So they're coming at us at this exact moment in time. The archers are ready to start shooting. The Rhodian slingers are, guys, get yourselves sorted out, alright? Seriously, get yourselves sorted out before they arrive. I don't want any of this happening when they actually show up. There you go. Yeah, just kind of make sure we're preparing for any flanking action from the Pontic Light Cavalry. In fact, actually, I'm going to move one of these guys more down in this direction to actually specifically deal with Pontic Light Cavalry. As these guys are shielded at the back, I'm going to turn skirmish off just in case. Other than that, we're just going to have this over here. As for where the scythe chariots go, that's kind of important there. Actually, no, I'm just going to stop them there because these guys are starting to run. if they can, prioritise targeting the hillmen, because the hillmen don't have that much in the way of defence. So, yeah, if you guys, as soon as they have a shot over here, if we actually have, I think the mercenary peltas do actually have a shot. The Rhodian slingers have something good. The archers have a shot at the hillmen. They should be taking that already. Lovely. Let's just take a shot over there. Don't hit for... I think could go for flaming arrows for the scythe chariot. See if we can drive them mad. That might be nice. Thracian mercenaries guarding this flank will do a fine job. If these chariots try and flank, we'll need to counteract, but that should be fine. And the reinforcements are way over there. These forces of Pontic light cavalry will just get the archers on them. That'll be fine. As soon as that gets anywhere near, that'll be okay. These forces are now, for the moment, firing. We've got Rhodian slingers coming in that sort of direction. These guys are just kind of charging in like crazy. I'm just going to pull these guys back, actually. There's no point having these guys exposed when we've got, like, you know, some really nice phalanxes behind them. You guys, fall back 2, please. Fall back 2. And I'm just going to turn skirmish mode off so they don't freak out or panic or whatever. Those guys can actually... Ah, screw it. We'll get these guys coming back over here as well. We'll just have them at the back. So those guys can get over here. Quick as you like, please. Everyone just fall back over in this direction. They're backing off. The hillmen are going to walk straight into the back off, please. Right, okay. Archers, turn your attention over to the Pontic light cavalry, please. These guys can just basically fire at will, as can these guys over here if there is anything actually ever close by. So if those guys do try and get in, here we go. They're just now going to basically throw themselves right at the front door, and it's not going to work out well for them at all. I'm just going to have... Those guys have already broken. That's ridiculous. I'm concerned by... There we go, the chariots hit the front line as well. I'm concerned Claire's laughing in the background. That's never a good sign. Oh, look at them break. Look at the stupid bastards break. Claire, what's going on in the background?
Shout out to Thomas Richter, who gave us 5 Brazilian reals and said the people's front of Claire has nothing to do with the cult of Claire or those wankers from the Claire's people front.
Shh.
Which is...
Oh, damn. This cavalry picked the wrong kind of avenue to try and escape from, by the way. They're now being shot from literally every angle. Right, so Army 1 has just basically collapsed at the front door. Army 2 is now going to start basically heading towards us, and we can actually take up a better high ground position on this occasion. Though actually, as they're on the way out, I'm going to send my general to start basically mopping up a bit, because if we can just mop up these guys properly... Anyone that dies here won't need to be killed in the city. So I'm just going to bring these guys out of that group, actually. So we're just going to undo that grouping. And then broadly, everyone else can just basically stay as they are. So yeah, you guys can just be staying at the back. That's absolutely okay. Just get around here. And everyone else can just be... What are you? You're Rhodian slingers. You should probably be at the front. Yeah, I'm just going to put you at the front door. Screw it. Get over there. That's absolutely fine. My cavalry just thunders over in this direction. Ah, tragic. It's a bit late. Bit late. The kind of the exit to the map was right there. So they're going to get most of this force away, but hopefully it'll flee in the other direction. Not... Ah, they've barely got anything. Darn it. Never mind. That's a shame, but we're just going to have to deal with it. Okay. Everyone else just in a good position. Everyone else in a good position. And all of these guys should all be hopefully tired by the time they actually get into... an actual fight over here. So just everyone around more over in this direction. That'll do the job. Right. Everyone around there, start running. That's fine. And the cavalry can just get over here as well. Lovely. Right. It's going to take a moment for the second army from the actual city to get up to us. So Claire, you've got yourself a moment to get us caught up on what's so darn amusing in the chat right now.
What's so darn amusing in the chat right now is a continuation of the same joke about the many cults of Claire's. And Forai in particular said, long live Thomianism, seize the means of moderation, which I thought was quite funny.
The leader of Thomianism is absent, alright? Thomianism has failed you. Thomianism
is not about one charismatic leader.
As always happens, look at the inevitable consequences of Thomianism. Thomianism will always let you down.
Okay. Wow. Shout out to Nathaniel, who gave us $5 and said, get some Pizza Hut on me. You get hot points for ordering, but I haven't been able to find out how many you get for turning in Han Solo. I don't think we have a pizza.
No, I don't think we've got a good Pizza Hut near to us. Like,
yeah.
the only kind of, like, pizza chain, you sometimes have Papa John's. There is a Papa John's around us.
Yeah. But I controversially don't particularly
You don't like Papa John's. I think Papa John's is fine, but you don't. I've never mind. I don't even mind Pizza Hut.
Yeah, I just.
But then I personally don't mind like thick crust, stuffed crust, greasy pizza. I like a good greasy pizza.
I prefer thin crust.
Yes.
Anyway, shout out to Try Matthews who gave us $2 and said this $2 is for Claire to buy more excuses. So when I messed up something earlier, Daniel Fennell also gave us $2 and said if you like Robot Wars, you should play Robot Arena 2. And Dionysus in chat said the Robot Wars Extreme Destruction game is very good. So I think it's because earlier you were ragging on Robot.
I think I played Robot Arena 3, and that was truly bad. That was a really bad game. Right, we've already got a couple of hits coming in over here. Let's just get one more round in, then you can just fall back into this position, please. There you go. You guys just get back into position. So their general is now just coming in this kind of area here. Are we ready to go, or is he? No, he's not ready to charge it. He just wants to kind of skirmish. Well, that's fine. We got ourselves some kind of fire going on over there. You guys get over here as quick as you like, please. Get over there and involve that. You have kind of chased off these guys. I don't want those guys actually engaged at all, so I'm just going to pull them back a little bit because it's just gonna help his army be a bit more separated out. And I'd rather, if I can, I'm going to get Thracians on top of him. But no, they're not. He's not willing to engage. He's going to pull out rather than let that happen. Fine. Okay, fine. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to basically manipulate the enemy's bad movement in this game because they know you're coming for them if you attack them, but they sometimes struggle to know you're coming for them if you just move near them. Though on this occasion, he's been clever enough to avoid that, sneaky bastard. Right. Okay. Let's move the other archers over to this side. I don't think we need the archers on that side. That's just Eastern Spearmen coming in. Oh no! 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 My Sarmatians! My bloody Sarmatians! They shouldn't take that much damage, but the computer's blatantly cheating. At least I saw that really quickly. Bastards. Okay, just get out of there. Get the flip out of there. Oh, those were expensive. That was an expensive unit. At least it managed to take out his bloody, his peltas before they got a single shot off. Still, that was bloody irritating. Right, get over here. Back to safety, please. Right, where are the other archers? Are they coming up? Yeah, they're coming up as quick as you. Faster, please. Flipping faster. Right. I think that must actually be their... Was he their faction leader or their faction? I actually missed that. He must be something important because he's got a lot of just cavalry in terms of absolute numbers. But he's starting to fall apart pretty quickly, and the troops that are taking damage are not taking that much damage. Right. I think he might have run out of ammo, by the way. If he's run out of ammo, then he might be willing to actually engage, and we can just shoot him in the back for a bit. We get some light taps. I think the Thracians after him. The Thracians might well die, but they'll do a good job just softening him up a bit. Now, you guys are coming from this direction. I'm wanting to spread you guys out and pull the Eastern Mercenaries back into different positions. I don't want my Eastern Mercenaries taking on their lads. So you guys now can basically just... Yeah, you got another shot at him over there. Thracians fall back. He's just kind of weirdly falling into that position. You guys just be over here. You guys be over here. That's fine. These Cilicians have got basically no javelins left. Okay, I think he's just kind of reuniting into one front over there. But at this point, there's not much left for him. Right, well, they decide what they want to do. Claire, you've got yourself another moment.
Yeah, I would just remind people in chat that just because Thomas isn't here doesn't mean we're not going to moderate stuff. And if you reference inappropriate or, you know, racist stuff, it will be banned.
Oh, yeah. So banned. You will be so banned.
All right? Yeah, I have banned more people than usual this time around. I normally ban, you know,
with
bots.
my blessing. You ban away.
Yeah, I'll tell you later, and I don't think you'll be, you know, shocked or whatever.
Oh,
yeah.
No. Right.
Anyway, a shout out to Not Carl Pilkington, I cosplay as Egg Cartons 2. That's an amazing name, and also gave us £5. And says we get much better gaming from John when he stays away from aerodynamics, engineering, and airports.
Lies.
Shout out to Hanson who gave us 62 Swedish kroner and said thank you for the Paris the other week. Luxembourg Park was gorgeous. Well, I'm really glad you enjoyed Paris.
I remember that. You gave the advice. Yes, I remember all of that. Very good.
Yes, Dionysus of Babylon says, can Claire get a bigger band hammer? That's fine.
On Cyber Monday, on Cyber Monday, we will buy Claire the biggest ban hammer we can find.
Shout out to the King Killer who gave us £5 and said, I got a girlfriend, I got a new job, and I got paid. Thank you for getting me through the dark times.
Nice. That sounds like a good state of affairs, all things considered.
Shout out to Dan who gave us €5 and said, my money shall be used to end the reign of the cult of Claire and start the rise of the Order of John.
Yay!
A long and prosperous rule and annihilate the traitors of the cult of Claire. I thought you'd like that one.
Yeah. Also, just to make sure everyone hears this story that I did put on Twitter the other night, which was
come on.
I was heading into central London the other night to basically go and meet and hang out with Matt and also meet Dan because they were in London as well today. So basically I was heading in there, and while I was en route and heading into the actual centre of London itself, the suspected terrorist attack in Oxford Circus hit the news, which basically both Matt and Claire became aware of, and neither of whom bothered to warn me that I was heading towards a suspected terrorist attack site.
That is inaccurate. You know that. You know that you just, like, literally told a lie to the good people. Right? You know that because I told you about it, right?
I cannot tell a lie. Who do you trust more, me or Claire? Okay, don't answer that question.
Yeah. Okay, so what happened is, by the time I was done working editing videos, I looked at my phone and it said, you know, suspected terror incident in Oxford Circus was in fact a fist fight or whatever. It like said that it wasn't true. And also, I knew that's not where you were going. So I was like,
however, you did message me to ask me to pick up milk.
Yeah, rather than we ran out of milk.
Rather than are you dead or alive, are you fine from the terrorist attack?
I'm sorry. But I knew it was a fist fight and I didn't assume you got into one of those.
Or someone might have punched me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Touche. Well played. Well played. That was a good comeback. I'll give you that one. Oh dear.
They say me. They say they believe me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, the moon says Tabby, which is fair.
Tabby is so much fluff and love, she could not possibly lie.
Yeah, Tabby is who I trust, for Tabby cannot lie, says Jay Fajan, which, like, yeah, true. I think Tabby couldn't be bothered to lie. She'd be like, I'm sorry, I'm really tired. And can't, like, summon the energy.
Okay, we've got an interesting development here that might be a bit on the concerning side. Arsus has reappeared, and he appears to be moving towards reunifying with the Parthian force that was heading down to the south. So, it is possible their objective is to merge together to basically come and attack Seleucia, which is certainly a bit on the concerning side. If that happens, we could be in a spot of difficulty as a result of that. Because there's not much in Seleucia right now. Not enough to hold out against these combined forces, depending on what Arsus has got. So if they're coming there, that's going to be a worry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull... Sadly, I can't quite get troops to Seleucia in time. But I should be able to... I should have enough time to get out of there. Right, just get another couple of units coming in there. That's fine. Susa will hold together for the time being, only 70%. Seleucia needs... What does Seleucia need? I know I can get that place up to Councillor's Chambers. There's probably more important stuff I could build as a priority. Like, yeah, being able to produce Levy Pikemen is probably more important right now. Or, walls is not the best thing. Okay, given my troops don't do good wall fighting. What's the priority? Yeah, militia barracks. Let's get militia barracks down in Seleucia. Let's clear out... What's my next priority? I mean, what's this force right here? This is another captain who's going to get involved in this fight. We've got basically nothing left in Massacre as a large town. That's only a large town. There's a suspicious... I don't know if, like, maybe they got themselves you know, badly beaten by a rebel army, or maybe they kind of split up their forces into a couple of small forces. But it is almost weird to me how there doesn't seem to have been much in the way of, yeah, anything going on from the actual people of Pontus. They haven't put up a good fight on this game. Normally they do a lot better than this. So I don't really know what they're doing. Sardis doesn't need to retrain anymore. So Sardis can train one Byrene. Okay. Then we can have our one agent, this diplomat, move over to that Byrene. And then Halicarnassus, having completed the market, can now train one spy. Upkeep's only 100. Spies are really cheap, so you may as well just have spies everywhere. Like, a mistake I see a lot of people making whenever I see other people play this game is I think people, like, in the early to mid game don't have enough spies, because the intelligence is really valuable, and spies do not cost much. Like, you know, a single unit of, like, militia cavalry is 110. Like, it's 100 for one unit of militia hoplite. So, like, for the additional intelligence you get off a spy, like, yeah, spend the cost of a 20th of an army in upkeep. Because, like, say, in future Total War, spies were a lot more expensive relative to the cost of troops. But in this stage of Total War, they were really quite cheap. I think they were very efficient to buy. Ah, here we go. Right, so, we need to spend a lot of money on shipwrights. So, shipwrights can get that up to, yeah, 963. Okay, there should be probably more coming in as well. Jerusalem, I think, probably just picked up the chance of a shipwright. Yep, fine. So that's, that's an increase of like 450 right there. Alexandria is working on roads, which are really valuable for them. So that's absolutely fine too. Thebes and Memphis. What's Memphis doing right now? Memphis is going to have a flipping dockyard, but doesn't need it because Memphis is stuck in the Red Sea, which is completely bloody useless. So they can just have a basic temple. We've still got plenty of money for the time being. This army keeps marching in this direction, and Siwa is training troops. Siwa knows something is coming, and if need be, I can just hire, yeah, more flipping hoplites, good hoplites, and Libyan mercenaries. So if I need some more, that's fine. And this guy's now Conquering Hero, and also Untouched by Fear. Conquering Hero is actually not that useful, because, like, if you're Roman, Conquering Hero gets you increased popularity with people, but there's no people mechanic in outside of the Roman factions. So for him, basically, it's just -2 from personal security, +6 to influence, which is nice, but it's not hard to stack up influence anyway, so I guess, like, it's somewhat useful, but to my mind it's not the best. Like, I think, like, losing two to your personal security is quite dangerous. Let's just make sure there's no reinforcements coming in here. No, if they are, they're nowhere nearby to here, so that's fine. So we'll take Siwa. That'll lock down this side of the map. Meanwhile, over here, this army, the combined forces of these territories, probably ought to start just kind of grouping up and heading north. So this force here can basically just head north right there. Alexandria doesn't like that one little bit, needs its tax rate lowered, that's fine. We need the troops to be heading north, so that's a-okay. This force can just start basically, yeah, these forces can just basically head for retraining in Alexandria at the armory. So all of those guys can just basically be retrained there, which is a-okay. This force can just... Some of these forces can basically... I'll leave one group of militia right here. That'll be fine for Memphis. Those two groups can join together with these guys. Then we'll have a decent-sized army heading north and can use something useful. Possibly it can just, like, take Petra and it can just swing for a couple of rebel territories and just kind of taking them just for some base kind of farming and tax income wouldn't be the stupidest thing in the world. So that'd be absolutely flipping fine. Oh, I've realised we're doing the dangerous thing, Claire. I'm playing without a clock. Can you grab my little clock from on top in there? Then I'll know what time it is, and we won't play until 10 PM.
Which is good because there might be new Robot Wars tonight.
Yeah, presumably there is Robot Wars tonight. Yeah, this should be Robot Wars tonight. And Blue Planet.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's very important that we watch Robot Wars and Blue Planet. There we go. Now I know what time it is. Excellent. Right, so next priorities. Damascus isn't ever going to have, obviously, that, but if need be, I could give them communal farming. I'd probably want to spend point... Yeah, actually, hang on, no, don't forget. Army. Peasants. To Salamis. To Broken Apart. Spot on. Salamis gains Governor's Villa, and that means next turn, Salamis can have a port, or rather in 2 turns' time, Salamis can have a port, and then 2 turns after that, Salamis, with its flipping all of its copper, and its dyes, and its gold, Salamis, and its timber, Yeah, and 3 sets of dice. Salamis makes ludicrous money, but you've got to rush it up to port. Like, it's one of the most important things to do in Salamis if you're playing as Egypt. Like, just get that place up to level 2 as soon as possible. You need this place to have a port. Just because once it has a port, its income will just explode. Like, even bigger than, like, say, Sardis's did. So, I think you guys are ready to move in here. No, that's still being built. I think we're safe to attack. Yeah, we're safe to attack here. Albeit we need to deal with the reinforcements. What that, by the way, that is... Oh, sorry, that's just construction report. And that was the note about town expanding. Fine. So in which case, this force can now just basically move into here. And Dionysus the Mad is now down to very little left, together with some Peltas. Fine, so his force is basically screwed. And then we've got Captain Sander here. Pontic Heavy Cavalry, handful of leftover stuff. Other than that, just some poor quality infantry. So we just got to deal with the Pontic Heavy Cavalry, that's fine. We should be in a position to basically... I will not, as some people don't like it, I will not corner fight against the reinforcements. I will confront them as they actually approach the battlefield. I will not actually box them in the corner, because some people don't like me doing that. So fair enough, it is a bit cheap. So what I mean is, I know where they're going to come from. They're going to come from this corner over here. So there's nothing to stop me literally drawing my troops up here and basically having them walk straight into my phalanxes. But as some people do not like me doing that, I'm just going to kind of bring my troops a bit further back. And while we will kind of, you know, we'll take them on out here in the field, I won't actually, like, you know, box them in significantly. Though I might just leave, like, 1 unit back here just to open up the front door, just to kind of speed things up a little bit. It can be you. Yeah, you're not going to help that much around here. No, Thracians are useful. It's you. You can stay here and open up the door for me. That's a-okay. The other 2 guys can come over here, put the rams down. You're not necessary. So, yeah, you stay over there. Everyone else come over here. Oh, my lovely phalanx pikemen. They're so good. They're so good. Especially at this point in the game. You can get them pretty early on, which is really nice. Right. There we go. Just bear in mind, like, all these troops have been under basically the same fire the whole time, whereas these guys have got themselves, like, you know, they've lost, like, you know, 20 men, 4 men, whereas similar units have lost, like, you know, huge numbers of men relatively. It's just great. Right, and then we'll just put some archers around the back of these guys. It's kind of unfortunate we're down the bottom of a hill, but it'll be fine. And then I'll just kind of use my other infantry as the kind of the flanking force guarding the sides. I'll just kind of put my Rhodian slingers at the front door just to lure people into my phalanx pikemen, if we can do that at all. You should also put down your ram. You can just guard this force over here. And then what else do we need? Probably not much, to be honest. We'll just have these guys at the back ready to just kind of toss anything that comes anywhere near them. What else do we have? Mercenaries, yeah, we'll just put the mercenaries at the side here, just provide a bit of extra backup fire in the event that the Pontic Heavy Cavalry gets into that area. I'll bring my own cav round the back around here. That should probably do the job like that. So we'll just kind of put all them together, go back over here for a second, start the battle, send those guys at the front door, and now, yeah, we'll give these guys a nice opportunity to... I'm in the wrong corner!
Nice.
Right, so we're definitely not corner fighting. FYI. We're just... Shut up, Claire! We're not corner fighting. The chat probably noticed that. The chat probably noticed that.
Well, the chat is busy having an argument about whether BattleBots is better than Robot Wars or not. Mm-hmm. And whether cats are better than dogs or not.
Oh dear, right, okay. Well, let's just bring my troops around here. If they go towards this gate, we might be able to catch them anyway. We might be able to catch them out regardless. Oh dear. Well, that's unfortunate. Should I start my forces running? Yeah, you know what? Let's get everything sped up a little bit here. So all of you guys, all of my phalanxes, spears up. Now the army's... Okay, that place has already fallen. Right, you guys now basically start moving over here. But at speed, please. Can you all run? Yeah, everyone can run. You are out of your phalanxes right now. This army is not in a rush to reinforce by the looks of things. So we should be able to catch them actually potentially on this hill sort of over here regardless. So if I just basically have everyone just basically running over here, we might be able to kind of catch the majority of them anyway. So, oh, this is going to be... Okay, we might struggle to catch all of them, but actually, no, they're heading for this one. They're actually heading over here. Right, everyone, just get over here. Just run, and now they're sort of moving into position. Now they're sort of moving into position to vaguely confront me. they might actually want to do this. Luckily, there's no towers along here, because there's just towers were not very good in this game. But you guys coming in over here. Right, Thracian mercenaries, hit those chariots, please. Hit those chariots, get in there. Get in there, just Thracian mercenaries, get in there, smash down the chariots. You'll be able to chop through them pretty quickly. Right, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. In come my phalanxes. Thracians, just get out the front door and just... Oh, Pontic heavy cavalry. Right, concerning. Right, okay. Right, Pontic heavy cavalry ought to be tossing in because they can just fire on the move. You two guys should be... Yeah, you've already just... Stop, not skirmish. Fire at these guys. Okay, good. Right, everyone who's like still at this point should probably like have their spears down. Right, so you guys should also get your spears down. You guys should have your spears down. Thracians can just, if you can, get over there. You two guys over here, get the flipping Rhodians out of there. Get your spears down. Right, we've got the they've broken. Right, I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. They've broken and kind of fled inside the city, so that's unfortunate. We need to deal with them. Why are you breaking? Oh, you're the remnants of the force outside. I was wondering, like, because my flipping Silesians got a bit ahead of themselves. But no, they're alright. Okay. I probably can't chase these guys in the city right now, but we can just kind of pelt them a little bit. Okay. In that case, probably the next move we've got is we just head over to about here-ish. And if we can... Come on. Get yourselves into position. Get yourselves into position to just basically intercept these guys. Because the thing is, I can't... I'd like to drop about here, but then this flipping tower will start shooting me, which is not perfect. But if I can just find the right position to draw up, this should do it. Because I think they're determined to use this gate. Like, they should obviously kind of come over and use this gate instead, but they've kind of changed their minds. Oh! The Pontic heavy cavalry are sort of... Are they going to come back out? No, they're not going to come back out, but my archers will still have a shot at them. So let's just get everyone to run, because then my archers will get into a good position to deal with all of that. These guys are... those are the chariots, right? Well, in that case, screw you. Fire at will. So now we just basically start tossing... I think these are armor piercing. So these guys will start kind of losing some strength really fast. Lovely. More javelins come over there. Yeah, that'll teach you to try and guard the gates, you stupid charity bastards. Right, so, at this point... Yeah, that's fine. So those guys can be driven off if need be. These guys are all coming in. You, stretch yourselves out nice and thin over here if you can. You guys just guard the gates. Get over here, don't let anything onto the flipping gates. The hillmen are coming in on this side. You guys, get your spears... Get spears down, spears down, spears down, spears down, please. Spears down, spears down. Just in the nick of time, and they've broken. Right, okay. Don't let anyone get in there. Don't let anyone get in here. Just basically, I want my Thracians here guarding this flipping gate at this point. Guard the flipping gate. I think my Rhodians might actually be... Yeah, my Rhodians are totally just at this point. Right, Rhodians, get out of here. I think you're shooting your own guys in the side there. You guys just get over here for the time being. Skirmish mode off, just get out of there. Right, so these guys are now basically running directly into prepared spears, which is beautiful. These guys aren't really sure what they want to do. My archers, therefore, are just taking advantage of the opportunity to just kind of tear them apart. And what are you going to do next? Because we can just basically keep pelting you forever. I mean, that's really what you want to do. These guys are wavering. If they wait, actually, if they break, that's fine. Because if they break... then all they'll do as a result is they'll just run straight into the prepared infantry. So these guys will break momentarily, which is fine. They can't get in here. Where's the Pontic Heavy? The Pontic Heavy is... That's moving up. No, that's the General. There's the Pontic Heavy. Fine. So the General and the Pontic Heavy are kind of pulling together for a core of about 100 solid heavy cavalry, ready to actually guard the plaza itself, which is fine. But this force isn't going to do a thing. This force isn't doing anything right now, so... Screw it, let's just kind of finish these guys off. Right, fine, we're just waiting for these guys to break so then we can mop them up. There we go, there's number one. While we wait for number two, Claire, moment for you.
Yeah, a shout out to James who gave us $5 and said, I snuck away from my church meetings to give you these dollars. Please spend them wisely. Excellent. I know they're not Canadian, but they'll get the job done. Thank you very, very much for that. And also shout out to Chris who gave us £5 and said, have you ever worked an office job, John and Claire? If so, how did you stop the urge to commit suicide every bloody day? He said, I recently started working in HR.
I've never worked in HR, but yeah. I did work for many years in an office. I actually didn't mind my job, to be honest. I was fine with my job.
Yeah, I worked in an office for like 6 years, and it was fine. I mean, it also wasn't in HR, but it was fine. Yeah, I mean, Also, when I did feel really terrible about my job,
you had me, I know.
About it.
Oh.
No, I'm being serious about this.
Okay, sorry.
When I did feel really, really bad, I got help about it, and I would always recommend that.
Aww. Okay, I think we've finished off the last of those troops, and the gate is just open at this point. So, now, what have we got over here? Yeah, we got these groups over here. These guys have used up all their javelins. What are we going to do to deal with the heavy cavalry? Ideally, I want my archers to get involved over here. Probably what I should do is, what's the route to the city? Route to the actual city centre is a bit curvy, which doesn't really work to my advantage. Probably what I should just do is bring in my phalanx pikemen and use them to shield my actual, use them to shield my archers. So if we just kind of bring in these guys nice and slow. I think they're kind of coming in right now to deal with my Thracians. So I'm going to use my Thracians, if that's what I want to do. I'm going to send my Thracians up ahead just to act as a stalling force. And then we've got... We own this. Yeah, we own that gate. That's fine. We own that gate. Okay. And then we just get my archers up behind. And then I can just basically use my archers screened by proper phalanx pikemen. And that will be much more effective. And then we've got... Ooh! Right. That chariot at some point went rogue and is now just running into my troops and just tearing them apart, unfortunately. Some of those guys will get back up again, but some of them won't. Right, well, just get away from there. If he wants to just naff off into the wilderness, because I don't know what made that chariot run rogue. I wasn't attacking it. It just went rogue because it was unhappy with life. So that chariot's just gone nuts, and we don't really know why. But that's fine. We'll just kind of leave them alone. And we've got ourselves... Ooh! We just killed one of the... I think we just killed a captain, didn't we? We just killed... Yeah, we killed Captain Asander. That's good. I'm guessing, that force headed over there. This force is now reinforcing over in this direction. That's a-okay. My archers are moving it over in this direction. If I just kind of move my Thracians right here, and they're kind of covered and protected by the Temple of Aphrodite, then these guys, if they want to pelt, will have to come around here, which will hopefully move them into archer range. Though, yeah, it's going to take these guys a little bit of time to get into position, just because it's slow and bottlenecky around these parts of the world. These peltassel. Actually, these peltassel do. Fine. Head up ahead. I'm basically sacrificing my Thracians at this point. They'll do a surprisingly competent job. They'll do fine. Actually, they're wavering already just because they're mercenaries and they're isolated. They're not going to like that because they're under attack. Yeah, they're broken already. Well, that's fine. That just means that'll kind of... They won't take additional... Okay, how did you manage to make it round to me? Just chase these guys off, please. Chase them off. Just get these guys off the flipping field. Don't let them get too close to my general. You're supposed to be going at random right now, but I feel like you're not, to be perfectly honest. Just start chasing them down, please. Just get them out the way. I just want them all dead. Thank you very much indeed. Right, you, get back over here, because now you're going to be flipping... These guys are supposed to just be moving at random, but I feel like they're actually moving quite cleverly to screw me over. Right, so... In comes some peltas who are reloading. The heavy cavalry seems to be backing off for the time being. My archers, however, are almost into position to actually start helping out. You're attacking something. Whatever you're attacking a thing. Whatever you're attacking something. You guys just get after them. Make sure they get sorted out. You are almost in a position to help out. As are, you're a bit on the slower side. You guys just... That's probably enough of you. Just start firing at whatever you've got a shot at, please. Have you got a shot at these guys? Yeah, you got a shot at those guys. Fine. My archers now can just start basically taking those peltas apart, which they will do very quickly and efficiently. Yeah, there we are. They'll break immediately. Next up, in comes the Eastern General. Fine. Problem is, we need more of... We've almost got the spears down. Spears are almost in position. Actually, yeah. Spears are in position. Good. Nick of time there. They're just going to get attacked for the time being, but if we can just... I'm just going to send my Thracians forward to try and lure them forward. These guys are also almost in position. You guys should probably both stop and fire at will. So if you guys want to basically just turn and fire at the general right now, that's fine. Thracians break immediately, because why wouldn't they? And my own archfire comes over the top. These guys will start taking some damage very quickly, especially if they try and pursue directly into phalanx pikemen. Nice! That's right. These aren't levy pikemen. These guys can actually stand and fight, damn it. These guys are going to do a beautiful amount of damage. Right. Turn and fire. You guys probably stop for the time being. Just shoot your own guys in the back just for the minute. So we've got Okay, I was kind of hoping you might use your pikes. There you go. Use the pikes there. Managed to drive him back. Good. So that's them screwed. You guys back on fire at will. I'd like you to fire at those fleeing guys if you can. They're at 11. Probably do a little bit more yet. And now we can just slowly push forward into the Pontus cavalry. While I'm doing that, Claire, you've got yourself a moment.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to Uni Rob, who gave us £5 and said, "Hi, John and Claire. Would you be up for playing Dungeons and Dragons? Would love to see you play it or possibly be your DM. Also, remember SPQR Baggy."
Oh dear. I've never really played much in the way of D&D, so I'd probably be terrible at it.
Also, it seems like it would be really difficult to record and make into videos.
I strongly imagine so, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I may have got a bit ahead of myself here. Actually, no, you stop right there. Stop right where you are and let them run into you. Alright, seriously, fall back a little bit, fall back a little bit, fall back a little bit. Fall back a little bit over here. You guys fall over here. My archers have got a shot at the heavy cavalry, but... Oh. Right, stop. Stop and... Oh, apparently we've won. You know, I'm willing to take that because that heavy cavalry is tricky because they broke and they were all that was left. Beautiful! Job done. That could have been tricky otherwise. So, what's the population here? Population is about a little bit over 3,000. I'm just going to occupy that. That shouldn't be too difficult to manage, to be perfectly honest. Now, what have we also got? Training here. Ooh! Just about everything. This is actually a good little settlement. May as well get the temple out of the way. That's a temple of Aphrodite. I'm just going to check whether that... It shouldn't count as... I'm just going to check whether that actually counts as far as the game's concerned as... No, it is not a Temple of Asclepius, just with a different name. Because sometimes if the temples are literally identical, you can upgrade, like, one temple into your equivalent. So I could have upgraded that, like, straight into a level 3 Temple of Asclepius. But on this occasion, that does not... That is not actually allowed. So... These guys, again, probably just on terms of, yeah, the population growth isn't great, so I'm just going to get Asclepius down. Basically, Asclepius is going to be my go-to unless I've got a reason to do something else. Like, it's a notoriously well-known unhappy settlement, in which case Dionysus, or... Actually, I should probably be doing that down over here, to be honest. Memphis and Alexandria should probably have flipping Dionysus, but Asclepius will at least stop plague risks, which will be fine. You've already moved. Demutha needs to be taken care of. Massacre is now fallen, and I don't have any... Do I have a spy nearby? No, I don't have a spy nearby, unfortunately. Can we move into you? No, that's still one turn away. That force is now nothing. The Greek force... We've kind of lost visibility of the Greek force, because, yeah, this rebel army is sitting on top of my watchtower, which is kind of irritating, but no matter. What else can we do to you? Ooh. Let's just get some basic barracks down here, and that's a little bit on the expensive side, mind. Yeah, I need to actually spend more money right here. More archers. More archers to try and desperately hold the walls. Demutha needs to go down first, however. Let's just check what they've got. Is it anything I haven't seen before? It's a captain. Yeah, I think they managed to train maybe one more unit of Eastern Infantry, but this is... Eastern Infantry going up against my phalanxes don't stand a chance. They've got more indirect firepower than me through the fact they've got 4 units of horse archers, albeit 1 is damaged. Yeah, that's going to do bad damage. I mean, on the plus side, I've got militia hoplites rather than levy pikemen, because levy pikemen have defense of 2. Militia hoplites have less attack, but they've also got a lot more defense, because they've got defense of 8. And they've got shields, so they should be able to stand up a little bit better. If I can, I'd like to bring myself... Yeah, I'm going to bring in 1 more unit of cavalry... yeah, just kind of the camel archers. The camel archers will do a kind of a competent job there. Let's just, yeah, let's see what we can do here. Ooh, slingers as well. Yeah, those horse archers are what worries me. They're what worry me. I'm going to need to basically close the gap as fast as possible. Though, bear in mind, I do actually have my beautiful faction leader, who has a lot of heavy cavalry here, but I don't really want to send him in if I can avoid it. That will be nerve-wracking, because he's going to go down pretty quickly. Right, while I'm getting drawn up, Claire.
Yeah, we've got a message from Robert Wisawati.
Hello, Robin Weeserwater.
Who gave us $5 and said, John, as you have done Overwatch, would you ever do TF2? Also, I recommend at least trying Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight?
Yeah, I think so.
Hollow Knight is... that kind of old school thing isn't always my thing, to be honest. So I'm not 100% sure about that. But so what's the other one after giving Overwatch was mentioned? TF2. I've never actually. I don't think I've played it. You know, I don't think I've ever actually played. I mean, like, Overwatch is just a game that I like playing just like for myself. To be honest, it's one of very few games I just play for myself, just because I enjoy playing it. I don't do that very much. Overwatch is one of the very few games I actually do for that. I might at some point, but if there was, I don't even think there'd necessarily be a video. To be honest. Just because the Overwatch videos were not well received. The Overwatch community didn't really like them. They didn't have a particularly good sense of humour about the whole thing. So, yeah, I'm not sure. We'll have to see about that.
We've also got a message from Jonathan Freeman, who gave us 25 Canadian dollars.
Best dollars.
And said, I love your Total War videos. A service to everyone. The entire Total War series is at a massive discount for the Black Friday Steam sale this weekend, as we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, we just mentioned Rome, but yeah, literally, I think basically all of it's really cheap right now, yeah.
He says, you're welcome. I got Medieval 2 and Rome and all the DLC super cheap, so I checked this. Medieval and Rome are both 75% off, and Warhammer 1 is 66% off. So, you know, and it's going through Cyber Monday, I think.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for that. And Thomas Richter gave us 5 Brazilian reals and said, good afternoon, John and Claire. Today I've adopted an abandoned stray dog. He will be my companion, so I named him Benno, for he is the best.
Oh.
I really, really, really hope you will take better care of Benno than John did.
Oh.
I mean, come on.
Now they must batter away.
Anyway, please send us pictures of Benno.
Yes,
want
we
to
demand
see Benno,
we
the good
demand
boy.
pictures of Benno, the best dog.
Obviously.
Yeah. Okay, so I've started to take a bit of damage over. I've just kind of moved up my Peltas to the front line. So when anything kind of passes through this area, we can start dealing with that. My Camel Archers haven't taken a knock yet. So whatever's attacking me is pretty close to me. We've kind of started taking out some Slingers. But for the time being, I'm worried, like, we haven't run into a single Horse Archer. That's not the worst thing in the world, actually. If I just kind of... Oh, bloody hell. There's quite a lot of Horse Archers, though. There's a fair few Horse Archers floating around. I basically need to bottle up this street with phalanxes and then just try and draw some stuff in as best we can. What's coming in right now? Right now they're bringing in another rank of slingers. Fine. If I could just basically, yeah, draw people into this as a kill zone by knocking down this wall and just sending the Eastern Mercenaries in to hold this spot, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world at all. Because now we can basically just use all of this. Yeah, we can just kind of use these guys. They can just start pelting over there. You can see these guys starting to be pelted down really quickly. So these guys are going to start taking damage. We're going to demolish their infantry pretty quick, which I'm pretty happy with. The fact their infantry is going to go down. But the problem is... they've still got all their cav, which is... Go in there! In there! In there! How are you... Are you... Guys? Are you okay? Eastern... Oh, they've still got the... Put the ram down! You've already done the thing! Right, now you've put the... Put the cocking ram... There you go! Right, they've got it now. Right. I want these guys to go in here, because that will draw some troops from the front and then round to the left. And these guys have still got some spare missiles, okay? So just come over here. These guys will be attacked at the same time as they're coming under attack from actual proper infantry. So even though it's kind of crappy infantry, these guys will do a good job just cutting through these slingers. And that's actually 2 units of slingers right there. So that's some good indirect fire that's just going down. And I think the plan is hopefully working. Those are... Oh... Those are Horse Archers, and they're actually firing missiles. They're not firing much, but they're getting the odd shot in on these here guys. And you can see these guys are flashing red, meaning, hey, I'm losing strength too quickly because they're being hit by... I'm not sure what's really hitting them. Somehow those Horse Archers have just managed to get the hit in, and unfortunately it's enough to chase these guys off, which is kind of unfortunate. So... time to start bringing in actual troops here. When I say troops, well, phalanxes at least. It's not perfect. Right. Have you guys got anything left? You guys should really be firing right now, by the way. You guys should really be firing. Are you guys coming out? They're bloody coming out. They're sending their leader out. Okay. Well, that's absolutely A-okay. Get on top of him. Everyone just basically get in here. I want their leader cleared out. If we can kill their leader, that'd be marvellous. Bring up more reinforcements. You, move over here. These Peltas are losing a lot of strength very, very quickly. Now it's just a great big, massive... cluster flip around this part of the world, but Horse Archers, yep, there he goes. We've taken out the captain. Good. Now with the captain dead, that will hopefully make everything else break much more easily. Now I'm going to pull these guys out of here, I'm going to bring you guys around into here, if you can. Just basically get through here, take those guys out. They're eager, but they're tired. They're going to be coming up against cavalry momentarily. So basically just pull you guys over to here. These guys are just falling apart. Yeah, they're broken. Right, so next, get these guys down. You're going to start taking damage pretty quickly. There's still a ton of horse archers just stuck up the middle. We just need to get them stuck on the pikes. Right, okay. These guys are now going to start losing all their strength pretty fast. We've got more horse archers coming in, but they're the wavering sort. And they're kind of walking straight into a phalanx at the front door. They're just kind of piling in and they're going to come straight back out again. Right, okay. What we need more than anything right now is just to pull you guys back over here. And if we can, provide cover while my phalanx is actually moving to the city. So you guys get over here. These guys have still got some actual javelins can get out over here. And you guys actually just move up to the gates right over there. Okay. We've got a good opportunity to pin these horse archers right between two different things. So at these point, yeah, come on. Get those spears down. This phalanx is messy, but it will hold for the time being. And with my own cavalry pressing inside, good. That's another unit that's broken over there. You guys just need to turn. Just turn. Fall back while this unit turns. This unit, if it can just get its spears down facing the right direction, it should be pretty much insurmountable. You guys, meanwhile, get in, move over in this direction. Get over there, start drawing in. You guys, start moving forward. Just literally all I want them to do is I want them to march forward. That's all I want. Okay, you guys, round here. Get into the side of them, get into the side of them, get into the side of them. That's another unit that's already shaken and losing strength fast because they do not have the defense for this. This is good. Right, another falling apart, and the fact their general's gone is screwing up their morale. We've got one good unit coming in here unopposed, but there is one Eastern Infantry over there. Only 78 strength, though, and a straight one-on-one fight, we should be okay. My militia cavalry are now just pursuing into broken slingers and doing a beautiful job, but that's Eastern Infantry, so I'm going to want to pull them back at this point. These guys can just hang out over here. No movement from these guys, but watch that unit over there. They could be trouble. This unit's now in position. Needs to draw itself back up again. This unit can now draw up over here. No, fall back a little bit further there. Right, these guys round here. Quick as you flipping like. I need the cavalry out there. No, the cavalry broke actually. This cavalry, this group can basically just hang out over here and guard this breach. This is not so perfect. They've managed to get their spears down in time. Right, just basically, if you can, get over here, get over here. They've already broken. Good. And that's probably the breathing room we need. This is what the AI is not actually even that bad at. They're very good at kind of just like throwing units over and over so you don't have the breathing room to get a proper little insertion point established. So now, it's time for me to just basically start moving in here. I've still got some arrows, but not much. Something's being attacked. What by? What's actually attacking them? Probably the horse archers. Like, this town's really small. So there's probably a few archers. Yeah, they've just got a shot at these guys. There's still one fairly good, strong unit of Eastern Infantry. But this is going well. It's going well at this point. 23% of my force killed to 57% of theirs. That's not to say this is a done deal yet, until you've actually kind of taken these guys out on their actual, you know, actually in the town proper. Never say never, but we're starting to do alright. I'm going to bring forward one of my units of camel archers into the town. Purely for the sake of just starting to lay down some fire forward a bit. And I want some more, yeah, I want you to be kind of like about here. You guys actually just, if they're coming there, stop exactly where you are. Rather than kind of redrawing their position, I'm just going to tell them to stop right here. And I'm going to bring this unit in behind as reinforcements. So they will struggle to get around this about here. Yeah, that'll do fine. This unit should be able to stand up, even though there's, oh blimey, now there's archfire coming in both directions. But with their shields up, and against a single unit of these guys already wavering, already exhausted, we should be able to, yeah, they've been chased off pretty quickly at this point. What we've got to do is we just need to keep getting down that street at this point. If I can just get this unit, this unit's moved up. They've totally moved, right. Let's just get this unit around here. If we can get some spears on them, that'll be perfect. This unit needs to just keep moving forward. And if we can just start skewering them, I'm just going to tell them, basically I'm just going to tell them to start walking in this direction. I'm not going to give them a target, because I just want them to walk in this direction. And then, oh, no, stop. And in come some horse archers. Horse archers who are going to start getting skewered if they get any stupid ideas. I think they're trying to get to the camels, actually, because the camels are firing at them. But the camels are also going to pass on a morale penalty to any of the horses nearby. And we've got more reinforcements down the back here. You guys are apparently not done moving yet. You guys, I need you to move forward a bit, please. And I need you to I didn't need you to redraw up your position, though. That's fine. This is scruffy, but the horse archers will suffer more than they actually manage to do, or at least when I say that. Need be, you guys just need to draw it right there. And then we've now got a second line round the back. These guys are... Okay, good. These guys did run into this force. I'm glad I left this force as a back force, otherwise they would have just snuck up on me. So this force is being eliminated down to the last man. The camel archers are just round the back here. This force will probably break... No, they broke first. Good, excellent. So now we can just get a couple of arrows into their back as they go from the camels. More horses continue to fall. There's still Eastern infantry. That's only 81. Right, let's just start moving these guys down the street and more behind them if we can. And the camels, if they can move up a little bit too, if we can just find a spot for them. I'm just going to tell them to move here and we'll just see where they end up. Unfortunately, they need to spread out quite a bit, so it's a bit difficult to actually get a good position on them. I'm just going to tell these guys to stop moving as soon as they get sufficiently close, but those horse archers now are basically just going to be firing forever. Do they have ammo in this game? I can't remember whether the AI actually had to obey the rules of ammo in this game or not. I'm not sure they did. I'm just going to move you guys up as well, just kind of have something starting to flank. I want to say flank, there's literally no way through in this direction, so maybe we'll move you more like into this sort of an angle, because something's moving over here. Yeah. This sort of a position will be fine for you. Then you'll be shielded by this building from these arrows. Right, next up, you guys need to basically just start moving in this direction, please. Just basically forward, and then lancers down, and then just get all that in. You start moving forward, provide backup and cover. These guys are starting to be fired upon. These guys will momentarily... They're already fleeing, which is marvellous. What else have we got in terms of... These guys are broken, though, because there's too many people on the plaza so far. Horse archers, not that many left, but I'm pretty much out of arrows. In fact, are you out of arrows? Are you out of arrows? Move forward a little bit, please. If you can, I need any horse archers. Right, I'm going to bring up the second set of camels, but we've not got much left. In fact, yeah, there's very little left here. We're running out of ammunition. Okay, also skirmish mode off there. We might need to start using more troops here. Ooh. Right, you're going to start taking damage very, very quickly indeed. I need you to basically get up over here fast as you can, and if you can pin these guys, but they'll just be chased off and then they'll be able to flee before we can bloody do anything. Okay. There's still Eastern infantry. If I could lure them forward into fire, that'd be great. But every second that passes, these guys are just taking more and more damage from bloody horse archers. But if they step forward, they break. This is the point where we start running into a bit of trouble, as it turns out. But luckily, it looks like these Eastern infantry might be willing to actually run forward into the phalanx. Next, over here, this force is moving up quite nicely. Just start basically... I'm just going to basically tell these guys to move on these guys. We'll see what we can do. Is that just one unit? Yeah, there's one unit of 14 there. That's fine. Even if they break the phalanx, they can just charge forward. In comes these guys. Looks like they're kind of coming up on us. Good. That's more horse archers actually hitting the front of the phalanx, but again, immediately breaking. Probably because of camel support from the rear to their morale penalties. You guys, start walking forwards, okay? Just start walking forward to this point. It looks like we're about to potentially actually pin one unit of Eastern infantry. So, no, they're breaking before they even get over to me. So at this point, I should just start basically walking. You guys just start walking and hopefully hit these horses, and you might be able to pull some of them in if you're very, very lucky indeed. We just need as many horses as possible dead. As soon as we've got the horses dead, we'll be fine. Then there's no actual supporting fire coming from the plaza. These guys are shaken, but they are not anything more than that for the time being. You guys are... Oh. Okay, get into a new position. Stop, stop, stop. Spears down, spears down, spears down. And if we can, yeah, they break immediately. At this point, these guys are so exhausted, they're just breaking immediately. What's going on over here, by the way? You guys, get on this 24. So if you just want to basically charge forward over here, again, we don't even really need the phalanx. The defense is so low that they'll just kind of basically keep breaking apart. So at this point, you guys just basically chase those guys down and just move in this direction. You'll catch anyone that kind of tries to retake that street as you go. Oh dear. What do we have next? Probably, we just want you guys to move forward into this sort of a position. Just keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. These guys just keep breaking over and over. We need to take out this last unit, otherwise we don't win, which is kind of irritating. But if we can just actually get close enough to them, we might be able to actually engage them while they are refusing to break. So now just more spiking going on there. Those guys lose a ton of strength immediately. These guys are shaken, mainly because they don't like the number of enemies. But you're superior to all the enemies, so you'll be fine. Right, this guy is now moving around here as well. We have more reinforcements waiting, by the way. We've got more reinforcements as a phalanxes. The problem is, because of the narrow streets, and they finally broke them. Unsurprising, really. But that's fine. If we just basically now move this unit up the street in this direction, these guys can just basically, sooner or later, they'll just run into some horses or something. Yeah, there's more horses over there. Right, time to bring in some actual reinforcements here. Or I could just use these guys. Right, let's just bring these guys a bit forward, see what we can do there. You guys just basically block up this street. That's all I want you to do. And then they're not horses, they're camels. They're different as we're coming up. Sorry, Claire, I haven't let you speak for a while.
Yeah, we have a lot of comments about the Cult of Claire and the Order of John and how they interact.
You go right ahead while these forces are just moving in.
So shout out to Mostly Caffeine, who gave us £10 and said, beginning in 2019, as the result of a schism within the fan base of a strategy-focused YouTube channel, the second 100 Years' War between France and the UK was perhaps inevitable.
Aww.
Indeed, and shout out to Wildcat, who gave us $10 and said, there's the target, 47. John, a YouTuber with a crippling fear of Venus flytraps. Our client is a cult who contracted with ICA after it came out that John was planning to have their leader killed.
Aww. I specifically said killing was not the best way to deal with Claire.
Oh, good.
That was a specific thing I said.
Shout out to Ollie Ollie, who gave us €5 and said we need to purge the disloyal elements of the MATN leadership. Which I think means me.
It might mean me.
It's
very hard to tell.
Ammon Moore gave us $2 and said, will it be called the Claire Cuso?
Claire Cuso, like it.
That is cute. Davey gave us £2 and said, Knights of the Claire Table is cooler to me.
Knights of the Claire Table, that's pretty good too, yeah.
Jonathan Freeman gave us $5 Canadian and said, why don't we all just unite under one front? Claire's cookie bake sale. Nobody ever suspect cookie sellers to be murderous usurpers. And then later he also sent us another super chat of $50 Canadian.
Best dollars.
Yeah, and also that's incredibly generous. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very, very much indeed, yes.
Yeah, in that he reiterated about the Steam sale that we mentioned earlier, but he also said, I shall use the best dollars to fund the Cult of Claire. Mwahahaha.
Okay, I just need to pause for a second. We've got a bit of a scenario going on here, which is unfortunately the Eastern Infantry from the plazas kind of pushed forward a bit further than I'd like them to. I need to pull my camels back because I don't want them stuck against those guys. What have we actually got left at the front door here? We're a bit lacking in troops. These guys, yeah, at this point it's very, very scruffy militia hoplites, but they're going to take flight almost flipping immediately. Right, there's actually a surprisingly large amount of... Ooh, okay, we need to get the second rank of reinforcements up here pretty quickly, in fact. Fine, time to bring up the second tier. I think the first kind of wave of the invasion has sort of petered out a little bit here. I don't think we can do much more here. So the camels need to back off to one side or the other, and we need to basically wait for reinforcements to show up here, because now they're pushing back against us. No, don't engage. Don't flip and engage. Just get out, please. And when I say get out, they've broken. So the camels are naffing off, but at this point we have, they've done their job, which is, I think there's only like 9 horse archers left on the field. Now it's just Eastern Infantry. So as the reinforcements, in terms of the phalanxes show up, that should be enough. Even though they've actually managed to temporarily drive us back out of the city, that should be enough to... Why are you guys struggling to get out? Is it because... Why are you guys trying to get in? Just everyone just leave the city for the time being. Thank you very flippin' much. Is it because... I think there's some stuff here that's getting in the way. Right, get out of the way. On the plus side, the Peltas are now actually being useful once again, which is welcome. The Peltas have actually got a shot at flipping the Eastern Infantry. They'll actually do a really good job against that, so that's nice. You guys just stop there and fire at whatever you've got to do. So, bit back and forth this one. Bit back and forth. We've taken a lot of casualties to do all of this. Right, I think you've got another moment before we actually have the next big push in.
Yeah, we got a message from Ice Lord Cryo, who gave us $5. And
it's a very dramatic name, isn't it?
Yeah. Also said, so guys, when is the wedding?
Yeah, good luck with that.
Pretty much. Also, Mostly Caffeine gave us another £2 and asked, are the Seleucids how Cilicia got its name?
Yeah, they built the damn place, yeah.
Okay, and we've also got a message from Pacman Zach, who gave us £5 and said, I love you guys, and hearing the intro to the live streams always makes me smile, though I'm always late. Thank you for the hours of pure entertainment.
Oh, thank you very much indeed.
Peter Wiggin sent us €5 and said the French don't hate this stream unless John can't choose properly between pain au chocolat, chocolatine, and petit pain.
I don't know what... I know what one of those things is, the first one. I'm a bit lost on the rest of it.
Well, chocolatine, unless I am much mistaken myself, would be like kind of like a pain au chocolat, but more like a twist of pastry with chocolate in it, as opposed to like, you know, something that has chocolate on the inside. And
okay, just a moment. We've got... Oh!
It's almost as if he doesn't care about French pastry, you guys.
It's almost as if I don't care about this conversation about French pastry that was happening in the background. We've accidentally won there, fortunately. The back and forth continued as we managed our camels eventually push these infantry back. Unfortunately, they've all broken, so I'm willing to just take that, because that was... You know, they had nearly as many kills as me there. We took a lot of casualties in that one. That was a tough old fight, but we have managed to kick Parthia out of the south, and I think we'll just occupy that. That's 100% fine. This place is never going to do anything particularly of note, and the growth rate's appalling, so I'll probably just slap up Asclepius in a minute, but for the time being, ouch. Yeah, can't retrain here either. So, that's a nice big chunk of silver down over here. Arabia falls into our hands, and once we get paved roads up, that might be worth something, but we do still have the problem of what to do with the Parthians over here that are, I think, planning to regroup. And if they're planning to regroup, that could work out very poorly for us. Right, we're out of money. So is there anything else I can do this turn? Am I already retraining over here? I can retrain a little bit over here. Enough to potentially just buy... Actually, do we have the... No, I'm not doing that. What am I buying? Ah, blacksmith. There's a blacksmith over here. So I can retrain some levy pikemen. I get these guys back up to strength. And I can arm my Thracian mercenaries better. So I guess we'll do that. Because we're down to literally 5 gold in all the world. So that's not... It's not desperately a good thing. But we just need more money. We'll get more money coming in soon, alright? And Syra is not ready to be taken. Demutha has been taken. We got reinforcements barreling north from Egypt, and the force that we need under Demetrius the Conqueror moving into Siwa. He's just become a confident commander as well, and yeah, we've just recruited. That's just a recruitment report.
Now, I know we're busy conquering the world and everything.
Yes, Claire.
But the chat is having a conversation right now, or has been having a conversation right now for a while, that I think you'll be much more interested in than the French pastry, all about Mass Effect romance options.
Well, Tali, yes.
And I thought you'd want...
You mean you mean Tali options?
An option... I thought you'd want a moment to say how Tali is bae.
Tali is bae. Tali is absolute bae. I love Tali so much.
Yeah, there was also someone throwing shade at Ashley, which I think you don't... I think you might agree with.
Well, yes. Obviously. Ashley, you mean that smear on Vermeer that no one really remembers the details of?
Oh, well.
Yeah. You mean the slightly awkward shadow left burnt into a wall? Yeah, her. I think that was her name anyway. Yeah.
So anyway, Tali is bae.
Tali is bae. Tali is absolutely 100% bae. Yes.
But what about Liara?
Liara turns into an utter psycho in the second game. And like she's a bit like all over the place as a character, I think. And she's a bit cold and emotionally distant, which is partly just because of what she is, but she's no, I mean, I did love Liara in the first game when she was just like, you know, a soft-spoken, polite archaeologist, but then she went utterly nuts in the second game, and I struggle to reconcile the two sides. She can't just... I feel like her and Shepard make a better team than as a romance, but it's all about Tali. Tali is bae. Absolutely, Tali is bae. Right, I think that's all we can do this turn. I'm gonna end this turn and we're gonna see what happens next, but this is gonna be... interesting. We definitely can't take Ansira right now. No, Ansira is the one we're waiting for next turn. We should just be able to walk in there really easily when that happens. Let's see what we got going on. But if these two Parthian forces decide to unite and move on Slayer, I'm worried. So speaking of which, Parthians moving down but not in a hurry. Armenia coming for a chat. Didn't check on the Armenians actually. I hope they're still up north. That is... Yeah, Arsus has indeed reunified those forces. And uh-oh, the Armenians are coming. The Armenians are totally heading south at this point. And the alliance is Scythia and Germania. Odd combination, but there we flip and go. Right, also, did I remember to train a... Yep, spy. Good, I did remember to train a spy. Right, spy on the boat. Diplomat on the boat. Don't let them set off, because there's too much risk that someone will attack and destroy them. But next turn, we can actually have that boat drop them off. Unless you can just... No, you can't quite get there. We'll drop them off on Attica next time, and that will be fine. So that'll be next turn. Don't forget that boat needs to drop off the agents over there. Sardis is... Sardis can also have flipping... Yeah, Sardis can have the flipping shipwright. As soon as those shipwrights come in... Yeah, I think we're starting to see the effect of the improved economy already. We're up to 10,000 there, even after I've just thrown a shipwright down. So that's good. We've got... Numidia's made a horrible mistake. They've just sent 2 of their units away. Okay. If I position myself correctly, they might be willing to... Hang on, just because I might mess up the movement points here. If I can just basically move around the top and then down to here, then down to here, and then, yeah, attack Numidia. Boom. And now I'm hoping these guys will actually come and attack me. Because if they do, I can do this fight in the open field, and we don't need to do it in the city. And the open field works better for me, because I'll be on the defensive, and I can just draw up my phalanxes nice and wide. So, we got ourselves a family member there, that's fine. I'm going to send just a spy over in this direction, just to basically go and keep an eye on. Aha! A bigger force of Numidians. Good. So that guy's going to be late. We'll be able to be dug in by the time he gets here. So that's fine. And we've also got a much better force going on here. So let's just draw these forces all together here. You head over there. You head over there. You two draw together. We've got a decent force moving in that direction. And we can back that up with a decent force over here. Just moving up behind them with some more levy pikemen too. Good. So we've got some good forces. That's a good army heading north. Probably might have to help out with the Armenians, who I suspect we might lose Hatra with, just because we can't really avoid it. Nicomedia needs to have... Nicomedia can't have anything. Nicomedia is stuck being small for the time being. There's a tiny force of you guys there. What else can we do here? Okay. I can probably do some more retraining here at this point, but not much, to be honest. I mean, probably all I actually want to do is just merge you two together, and then let's basically have everything but the damaged unit and the Thracians just start marching north. What can I buy? 1 unit of Eastern Mercenaries. Sure, it's not bad as a screening force. Have you up here, lay down a watchtower, and we'll have full visibility of your capital. There's some stuff there, but it's not much. Lower the tax rates, retrain, get some new levy pikemen into position. Get some roads down, because that's a nice way of making some more money. Screw it. Send you guys back over there. Massacre's now under control. Keep you guys moving north. And I'd say, probably, we just basically try and wipe Pontus out. Same as we just did to Egypt. We just finish these guys off as quickly as possible before the wars start kind of getting on top of us. The big next question is, Arsus, is he planning to go to Seleucia, or is he planning to go to Hatra? Hatra's surprisingly well defended, and could still have, yeah, could actually have improved walls soon. So probably I should actually just toss down some extra. Can I retrain anything here? I can retrain that, which is good. That's badly damaged. Let's just get some more pikemen in production over here. That's nearly going to be a minor city. The bigger the city, the better, because then there's just more streets. And the bigger the number of streets, the more time I can just kind of spend plugging them up with phalanxes. Demutha, basically everything needs to get out of there, like, right the hell now. So, basically everybody can just abandon this place. I'll leave Eastern Mercenaries to hold the fort. And we just lower the tax rate, and screw it, I'm just going to build a shrine to Dionysus, because that's the way to keep this place happiest. I don't care that it's not going to grow, it's not even that valuable, to be perfectly honest. This guy just starts barreling north as quickly as possible, everything will be fine. You know what, I'll give them 1 more unit, I don't even care that that's going to knacker up their growth even further. Demutha, I just want it to be not held by the Parthians, I don't even care about it that much myself. These territories over here, to my mind, are more valuable anyway. Demutha doesn't have that much to recommend it. So I just need to get that up. So we have at least managed to get a decent force into Seleucia over here. Let's just get more flipping archers trained, and over at Susa, more flipping levy pikemen as well. Just join the queues. That's fine. We've still got 5,000 gold to spend. Hatra is almost done as a minor city and is training more flipping pikemen. Sidon is almost done with an armourer together with Temple of Hephaestus, which will mean that can start producing excellent quality troops, especially when large Temple of Hephaestus, which I'll just kind of queue behind that, is ready to go as well. We can upgrade the tax rate here. We don't need to worry about growth. Priest of Asclepius as well. Oh, Priest of Asclepius is nice because, yeah, just like Priestess of Juno, chance of casualties recovering from their wounds is very welcome, as is having more children. That's just more family members in waiting. That's just worth having. Plus draftsman, which is very welcome. That's going to be... That's so cheap. Oh, 960 for a level 3 thing. Because we've got the... reduces the cost of Religious Buildings Wonder, and he's draftsman. So under 1,000 denarii for a flipping level 3 temple. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I'm just going to prioritise getting this place as a production settlement. Antioch now has archery range, city barracks, and cavalry stables. Probably the priority at this point for them should be... No, they've got a large Temple of Hephaestus. Yeah, let's get the trader down, because if they've got a large Temple of Hephaestus, it would be nice to get them a blacksmith as well. Let's just have a double facility there. And now, actually, with that down... What am I upgrading right now? Oh, it's just be armor. Right, retrain anything that's actually a troop there, and then just get more actual proper phalanx pikemen into production as well. Actually, you know what? We're low on elephants. I'm going to get more elephants in production. Everyone loves elephants, right?
Elephants!
I think everyone loves elephants, so we're just going to get more elephants. So we're just getting more elephants in production over there. Sardis is maybe a little bit poorly guarded, so... but we don't actually have the ability to produce phalanx. Did we not produce phalanx pikemen at all this side of the Empire? Ooh, that's a bit of an oversight. No matter. As soon as... Okay, hold off the money. Get militia barracks over here. I'd rather be able to produce phalanx pikemen, because war with Greece, inevitably sooner or later, it would be nice to be ready to have that in production. Right, I can probably just, if I can actually just kind of pull this off without any trouble, I might just move into Ansario without a battle. We've got, oh, just the faction leader. Alright, fine, just for the sake of, just it's the faction leader. I'll take a few casualties if I do that, so I'll do that manually. But it's literally just the faction leader kind of squatting in a barbarian village by himself, which is a shame for him, really. So, in that case, we'll finish him off. Actually, I probably shouldn't have done that. I should just basically held position there, because then the faction heir would...
Can we wait until we start the battle? A couple of people have been asking about a little break.
A little break.
7-ish.
Oh,
yeah.
go on then. We'll just have a little 5-minute break now, so everyone can go to the bathroom. Don't say I'm not nice to you. We will be back in just a few minutes, and then we will wrap up the faction leader of the people of Pontus, and then see what's going on inside their capital. And beyond that, yes indeed, we need to figure out where Arsus is going, because where the arse goes, that's where there's going to be trouble. We'll be back in 5. And we are back in multiple different ways. Right, so, welcome back to this little siege here. Honestly, it's a very, very small siege indeed. We just need to basically just send... we'll just send some... Actually, what's the most disposable thing on the battlefield? You guys can be easily replaced. Right, we'll just move you forward and then just basically get the... Why would Cretans ever be doing that? Don't have Cretans doing any of that. You drop the ram, and everyone else just drop over here. There are literally no wall defences. So that's absolutely fine. Right, we'll just bring these guys forward and we'll just basically start slowly pelting them. Though he's probably not going to bother leaving the actual plaza. Once again, just like, yeah, I like this. I've always liked Ansira as a little kind of village. When you come across it, it's very often, it's kind of barbarian style village with the barbarian buildings. But it's all in the desert, so it's got like, you know, the palm trees and whatever. But it's just kind of, yeah, mixed in with, and also, you know, often like, you know, the Pontus people have built some eastern stuff. So it's just a lovely little blend. So about 100 heavy cavalry to go down. Shouldn't be a major problem, to be honest. I'd rather use my own actual phalanxes if at all possible, just because they'll be easier and cheaper to repair in a majority of places than actually using my actual proper mercenary hoplites, who are much, much better. But screw it, we'll just kind of have you guys move into position over here. They can provide cover while my actual hoplites move in. Then the hoplites will provide cover for these guys as they move in. Marvellous, well done. So now you guys just basically come in over here and just basically form up into this position. We'll see if he responds to this. He may or may not respond to that. When we take the gate, he might decide to come out. No, doesn't look like it. Fine. 100% A-OK. We can just basically wait for these guys to pull forward. Once they're nice and, like, you know, settled and they get their spears down, which should not take too long at this speed, I'll move in the Cretans behind them and then we'll just slowly start pushing through the town. So we're just kind of, yeah, about this sort of position should be fine. And behind them, that should now be that the Cretans need to come in. That was probably a little bit too much, to be honest. That's kind of a bit of an aggressive push forward when the Cretans were still outside the city. But screw it, that'll be fine. And you guys can actually run, so they can just speed things up a little bit. And hopefully soon, they will start getting a shot at that lad, and everything will be A-OK. Right, while we're just kind of moving into position, Claire, over to you for anything that came in during the break there.
Yeah. We've got a message from Darcy, who gave us $5 and said, "Today is my birthday. Thank you, John and Claire, for having a Rome Total War livestream today, so I can start my day out right."
Excellent. This is the best way to start the day, yes.
Yes, also happy birthday.
Happy birthday as well, yes.
Shout out to Christopher, who gave us $10 and also said, "BattleBots is superior to Robot Wars."
Having never seen BattleBots, we can't really weigh in on this, to be perfectly honest.
No, I think Robot Wars is still better.
But you've never seen BattleBots?
Yeah, but Robot Wars has Darrow Brian.
Yeah, but BattleBots might not have the fog of war.
Yeah, okay, but, like, Robot Wars will...
Which has been a really stupid addition. It better not have the stupid fog of war again. That's been the stupidest thing they added in.
Yeah.
Quickly, he's hit the button. Nobody knows what's going on for 10 seconds. The fight is suspended for no reason.
It's just
Talking fog of war.
Spectator sport idea. Like
Goblet of Fire level bad spectator sport.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. I was about to say, like, spend 30 minutes watching the lake. Some stuff's happening in there.
Oh dear. Right, so the general has actually managed to get himself over here. He's lost half his strength already. Now he's just charging forward into the phalanxes. This phalanx is kind of losing its kind of integrity already, but that's fine. That just means we just basically get this phalanx just moving around here to start the flanking maneuver. These guys will stand and fight for the time being. They'll start going down pretty quickly, but some of them will kind of bumble into over here. Then we just basically need to get these guys round the back and just start closing the trap. Because they'll just start slowing down. These guys might break, but even if they do, these guys will do for the time being. And then we just need to basically just move these guys in over here. Just, yeah, move them in, like, round this sort of a position. Starting to take a bit of bad damage. I think some of them are actually throwing their... Yeah, I think the throwables are being tossed over here, actually. Where's one of them... Oh, is one horse just managed to make its way through there? Marvellous. Right, okay. Now we just basically send these guys in over here and have them completely lose the integrity of their phalanx because the bloody pathing is terrible. But that's fine. If we just basically just slow down the rate that these guys are being killed, that'll be... What's killing you? What exactly is attacking you? Is it just like, I think it is just some random, yeah, the javelins are being thrown over here. So these guys are sadly just taking a bit of a knock. Right, their leader has actually broken at this point, and no, continue. At this point, it's a king. A king gets to, like, be fought and killed to the last man and all that business. So some of his troops have managed to get away, but at this point, you guys should start immediately firing again, which will be lovely. It's basically just redraw up there. In comes the first round of arrows. Oh, shooting them as they go. At this point, I think he's going, yeah, I think it's the king and 3 of his friends hanging out in this town, which is nice. Just have these guys pulling forward. They did a good job holding firm and together, to be honest. I think they're starting to move forward again, which works for me. So just have you guys move forward over there. Momentarily, yep, they're already moving back into range. And the first volley is, in fact, already arriving. So we should just basically start taking these guys out pretty quickly. Hopefully we'll take out actually the remainder of these guys. At this point, they simply just don't have enough... Like, they don't have enough... Mass is not the right word, because Rome didn't have, like, a proper system for calculating, like, weight and physics and whatever. But, like, you needed a certain volume of troops in order that when you pushed forward, you'd be able to, like, penetrate an enemy defense, particularly a phalanx. So once you were, like, that's why kind of, like, taking on, like, a half stack of full-strength phalanxes against, say, a full stack of all half-damage units. The phalanxes would do really well because the damage units wouldn't have the mass or volume or what have you to penetrate, and down he goes. Wouldn't actually have the mass or the volume to penetrate the actual, the formation of the phalanx. So, he's dead, and this village falls to us. So their king shot down. I would have fed him to the dogs, but sadly, I don't think you actually get war dogs. I should have fed him to the elephants, though. Sadly, we don't have any of them either. Whew. Right, over to you, Clau.
Yeah, a shout out to Mark, who gave us $5 and said, because this beat watching the football every time, thanks for making my Sunday more exciting. Also shout out to Elias, who gave us 20 Swedish krona and said, thanks for my new flip mug, it's great.
Ah,
and we
yes.
have a picture on that on Twitter, which I showed John during the break.
And I also saw a picture of Benor on Twitter.
Ooh.
I saw Benor, who's a good boy.
You good boy.
He's definitely a good boy.
I need to go to TweetDeck where I can log in as you.
I can totally tell from looking at him that Benor is a good boy.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could already tell when Benor was a human that he was a good human.
Yeah. But Benor is absolutely a good boy.
Mm-hmm.
That is true. And there we are. We've just got sight of one of those other towns over there. Bostra. Ah, looks like someone put Bostra under siege previously. Possibly the Egyptians at one point. So, yeah, I think possibly these forces around here should probably just basically travel around and just basically smash into Petra, then Bostra, then Palmyra, and just basically just take them and bring them on side. Just to basically clear that out. Just because they will generate taxes, so they kind of may as well, to be honest. So I think that's what this force over here is for. And then this force over here is, yeah, this force over here is just laying down. It only needs 1, to be honest. Do I need to buy more mercenaries? I might just buy... Actually, I've got plenty of peltas. I don't need more. The Libyans aren't spectacular either. Salamis is growing pretty quickly over here. The boat is not ready to go yet. I'm waiting. Yeah, that's lost some of its movement points already. That's what that is over there. So I just need to wait for that to show up. So... yeah, next turn we get to see what the final city of the Pontic people has to offer. Whether the Armenians are truly heading south, and I think they are, just in case they are, if we already got ourselves. Yeah, we've got more being trained over there. Right, in preparation for that happening, what have we got in Antioch? Ooh. We have got a good force in Antioch ready to actually send over as reinforcements. Right, send over that force of reinforcements to Hatra. Okay, also, you step outside. What mercenaries have you got that are any good over there? Nothing, just eastern mercenaries. That's fine. So, keep training the actual phalanxes. You've got a bit of cavalry, but honestly, let's just merge those together. And, actually, no, let's not break that down. Let's just send that back to Antioch for retraining. Two guys showed up Antioch. Yeah, we didn't do great at Hatra. So, other than that, that's all strong enough, and that's going to be retrained, and these guys are strong enough to carry on fighting. Together with reinforcements, we might actually have a chance against the flipping Armenians. Just. Flipping just. Especially, but we won't be able to sally forth. We'll have to just play defensively and wait for them to move in against us. What are we training at Hatra, by the way? I should train a wooden wall just to increase the amount of... Actually, does that affect the amount of time you can hold out in a siege? I think it does. It doesn't say it there, but It does say... yeah, adds grain stores to extend time. It just doesn't say it in the provides. It just says reinforce gates and wall defences, both of which are completely irrelevant under all circumstances. But at least we've also got some defence around here. Actually, it might be kind of... Ooh. Yeah, if Arsus would head over to Hatra now, the reinforcements coming in, that would probably be good, because Seleucia is... it's okay, but I'm not 100% convinced it's capable of hanging on. But actually, Aristarchus, the faction leader, is now heading back north. So actually, I think we should be under control in that regard just. But like you can see, this is kind of how the Seleucia campaign is. Which is why I want to do this campaign. This campaign is just nuts. You're just under attack from everywhere. Constantly. It's kind of mad. I think that's all we can do. So in which case, I've got another 3,000... With another 3,000 to spend, I may as well just get some more flipping chariots in production in Sidon, we can actually make those there. This place can go back up in tax rate a little bit, make a bit more money. What else needs building, if anything? Is everything actually already building anything? Damascus, if you'd like something. You know what, you can have that communal farming that I mentioned previously. We're already training troops around here and around here. We're already training around here. We're training around there. And Syra can probably do with having a shrine to Heracles knocked down and replaced with growth rate around here. Growth rate's not spectacular. We'll just get Asclepius up there instead. Halicarnassus, fine. That's fine. Yeah, actually, everything's mysteriously under control. Weirdly under control. Okay, we'll have some spare money just left over for next time in that case, because there's no point. I could just... Actually, you know what? Let's just retrain that. That's fine then. Retrain that. Can I even train those? Yeah, you can train those there. What have you picked up, by the way? You've picked up... Oh, you picked up Draftsman already. Good, we should move you over to a proper city, because you're actually a good kid. You can be the guy who has the next proper army that's coming out of Antioch with elephants and stuff. That'd be marvellous. Right. Next turn's where stuff potentially starts getting interesting in a different way. Oh! I think we found the fort where the actual main force of the Pontics was hiding then. Not Heracles. He possibly died of old age, but what looks like their main army's coming in. Okay, so what have we got there? 2 units of heavy cavalry, 2 units of heavy chariots, some light cavalry, and a bunch of spearmen. Fine. I have the spears to hold out against this. If I can get myself onto any form of kind of high slope, this should be pretty manageable. So... we should be able to do this. And then that opens the door. What? I knew they had to have another army hidden somewhere. I knew they had to. It was just too easy otherwise. So, I mean, fortunately, they've decided to do this now rather than later. Oh, this will do. This will flip and do right here. It's not, you know, a massive slope or a side of a mountain or anything, but it'll do the flip. It'll do the flipping job. Excuse me. Right, okay. So, hardcore lads right in the middle. Over here, you can be stretched out nice and thin. You guys, I know, will stand and fight under all circumstances. Either side of you, what else have we got here? Let's just actually group all the guys who are actually the proper phalanxes together. I've only got 5 proper phalanxes in this entire force, which is not spectacular. But I have backup in the Cilicians, albeit damaged Cilicians, so... I guess it's just going to have to do. They have got upgraded weapons, though, which is nice. However, we're outnumbered. So, or rather, well, actually, we're not. We've got 2,000, I think. They've only got 1,200, I think I saw that. Because large, they're troops. There's a lot of cavalry. But they're fairly wide units, so I need to be careful here. And spread these guys out pretty wide, just to present a wide line, because the cavalry and the chariots will come charging in all sorts of stupid angles. Right, the flanks can be guarded by eastern mercenaries, who can just kind of be stretched out in this sort of a position, just to guard the archers, because the archers can do excellent, excellent work. Speaking of those archers, we got some of them around over here. We'll just kind of put them at the back, ready to go. Beautiful. And we'll also use the Cilicians as a backup force, together with as basically as skirmishers in this force. Rhodian slingers can be right at the front door, and can they hide if I place them correctly? No, they can't. That's fine. They're basically being sacrificed, kind of, to pull units forward into the phalanx pikemen. We'll keep them on skirmish mode, however. That's fair enough. That's everything with the exception of the cavalry. This force is looking a bit on the battered side, but it's going to have to do the flipping job, because that's all we flipping got. Still, let's see what they've got. And, okay, this works. This works. So, as I suspected, it's quite a wide line. It's going to be quite a wide line, but if we're lucky, what they'll do is their chariots will just kind of head straight into the front. They've got Pontic light cavalry right at the front, so if we're very lucky, we can just nail them with archers. If they move up slowly, however... Oh. Okay, they're moving up pretty quick. They're moving pretty quick and they're moving straight into a flanking position, which concerns me slightly. The Rhodian slingers have got a shot at something. The archers have both got a shot too. So we've got, oh yeah, there we go. In come the slings and in come the arrows. These guys are tough, but they're not that tough. But I think they're trying to flank. One of them's broken already, which is an excellent sign. I'm going to widen the kind of the flank guard over there. What have you guys got? That is nothing major. I'm going to pull these guys back a little bit too, just to basically let the Cilicians get a shot in. So you guys just fall back. You can take a little bit of damage for the time being. The archers have got a shot over at the Pontic Heavy Cavalry. They've sort of thrown their heavy cavalry away pretty early on in this fight, which is good. In comes, yeah, the Rhodians have got a shot. These guys are steady, which I'm genuinely surprised at, actually, because I would have thought between the casualties and being massively outnumbered and having nothing guarding their flanks, they'd have fallen apart already. Oh, that's the Cilician attack, I think. Pretty sure the Cilicians just get an attack in. No, they're still hidden. Not sure what that wasn't. There must have just been arrows. Fine. Pontic Cavalry has been chased straight off. Chariots are coming in for attack number 2. This light cavalry is doing nothing. In comes the chariot, and they're just basically, they've taken the bait. They've charged straight into my Rhodian slingers, but in doing so, they've basically exposed themselves straight into these guys. These guys are now charging again. They're trying to do it again. Rhodian slingers, no, stop. Just stop. It's fine. You guys, probably it's time for you to basically just get back, and yeah. Turns out their leader was in a chariot and has managed to charge. Yeah, basically he just took the bait. No, you're supposed to be in guard mode. Alright, do you know what guard mode means? Right, seriously, it means not that. Right, you guys, just get over here, why don't you? At this point, skirmish mode can be off because something's going to get around the side over there. Right, at this point now there's nothing left but an impenetrable wall of spikes. These guys still down here. Right, one of you just start shooting down there and take these guys out, please. They're already wavering. One of you get over... I think they've already broken. Right, we'll get my cavalry out the side here. Nice. Oh, one of them's gone rogue. One of their chariots has gone rogue, and the other group is close by to the chariot that's gone rogue. Okay. Actually, I think the chariots might be about to stage a slightly heroic rear action, where they're going to charge forward to stop. No, they've managed to recover. They've just managed to recover, or at least rather, they're not actually breaking at this exact moment in time. They'll kind of, you know, they're not going to win this one. But, oh, they've got Peltas. They do actually have Peltas going on there. No, don't run forwards. Do not run forwards. Take out the Peltas. You guys got a shot over there, by the way, if you already used up your ammunition. You need to move a little bit further forward. Militia hoplites can take the attacks there. You guys need to just move a little bit further forward. Right, you guys... Get your attacks on those guys, please. The Pontic Light Cavalry has totally been chased off by now. You guys have already used up your javelins. The archers have got a good shot at whatever they feel like, to be honest, and the archers are in good shape. Phalanx Pikemen under attack for something, but they can take it for the time being. Take those guys off. They're broken again. Those Peltas are in trouble. At some point, these guys might decide they don't want to do this anymore. But for the time being, they're just kind of moving up and down the hill. Their own chariots taking out their own people. Actually, they're not. You can't take out your own people with your own chariot. But in they come for one final charge. And some of them broke before they even made it there. They're not quite sure. And if I was in a chariot, I wouldn't be either when coming up against flipping phalanxes. Oh, in come some more archers, just taking them out. Generals running. Eastern guys, yeah, the Eastern infantry are not going to want to stand and fight for long. Ideally, they want to do one last charge and then they'll be done. But I think actually they're about to trigger each other into routing without actually ever, touching my front line. Beautiful. So in which case, that means I can now mop up huge amounts of this force with just some summations. So speaking of which, let's just actually get my general over there to do exactly flipping that. And with cavalry thundering down the hill at them, and also archer fire and all sorts, they're not going to be able to recover. There's some over here that haven't broken yet, which suggests I think at this point they are trying to withdraw. But honestly, they've left it a bit flipping late. And I'm also shooting my own guys in the back, but that's fine. We'll be moving out of range of archers momentarily. In fact, we already flipping have. So that's all fine. Good, good, good. So now my guys can just basically ride down these guys, and everyone else is breaking too. See off these guys, see off these guys. Right, while I would just ride these guys down. Claire, you've got yourself a moment, because I'd rather ride these guys down and make sure they're all finished off to the last man, rather than actually have to take them on in the city in a moment if they actually get to back off.
Yeah, we got a message from Mostly Caffeine, who gave us £2 and said, inexplicably aggro slingers, Rhodes warriors.
Yep, the Rhodians are giving a good account of themselves during this. I've never seen Rhodians be quite that aggressive. I don't know why, but they seem to be really aggressive this playthrough.
Jeremy gave us $5 and said, I love your videos, John. Finally, I can catch a live stream. Is Rome 2 on your shortlist for a video, especially now with the Empire Divided DLC?
It's certainly in consideration for the next big Total War series, because, you know, we're probably going to be done with Medieval 2 and Warhammer 2 at about the same time. So it's most certainly in consideration, yes.
And Lead AL gave us $30 and said, hello John and Claire, I wanted to thank you again for the Stellaris streams. I rewatched a stream where we colonized Loi last Saturday, and that was one of planet we named after one of his requests. That was...
was that the one named after the family member? The
I
grandmother?
The grandmother.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, so they said she passed away on Monday afternoon. Thank you for keeping my spirit up with your videos.
Oh, that's very good. Well, it's not, but the spirit being up is good. The spirit being up is good. The spirit being up is good. You know that's what I meant.
I do know, and I, by the way, at the time that this first came in, said the same thing to him, that I'm really sorry that that's happened, but I'm glad that we could help.
Yeah.
But that was just a beautifully, like, John stream way of putting it. Like, I'm not listening, I'm just saying it's good.
I am listening. I'm just trying to mop up the people of Pontus at the same time.
I know. Also, shout out to Kaiser Skippy, who gave us $5 and asked, how did John and Claire meet?
We were writing. It was a writing group.
Yeah.
It was a writing group we met. Oh, and there we go. Those guys have indeed been cleared up. Very nice. Like, that's where the people of Pontus start falling apart, when they just have to, like, you know, go up against hills. You've actually got archers. At that point, you can start mopping up big armies very efficiently. So, hopefully that army will cease to exist. Or possibly it fell back. It might have fallen back a bit. What else have we got? The Armenians are having a chat. Are they actually moving? Hang on. Do we see anything there? The Scythians are also coming for a chat. Oh, the Scythians are coming for a chat. Yeah, sure. I'll trade with you. I'd like to trade map information for map information. I could probably actually, like, you know, get some more. Ooh, you've got a good empire going on there. Don't want an alliance with those guys. I tell you what, if anyone will give me an alliance, they can have it. Alliance would not be a good thing. That's fine. I'm not going to push that question. They're doing all right for themselves, the Scythians, on this occasion. They always kind of get themselves doing pretty well, all things considered, just because they don't have that many territories. It's just their territories are flipping massive. Right, so we've got ourselves Stoic Philosophy, excellent. We are the strongest faction, excellent. Superior Commander. Bunch of cities have expanded. Sidon has expanded. Oh, blind, we're going to have to start paying for all of the bloody city upgrades soon, and those are expensive. But don't worry about that. Just leave them at level 3 for the time being. What else has expanded? Jerusalem has. Okay, we'll get Jerusalem up, because Jerusalem's starting to get... It's probably... Yeah, the reason it's probably getting less happy is probably because the Squalor's getting up a bed. We will give them council chambers, but right now let's finish off the shipwright. We're not going to interrupt that. Now, an alliance between... Scythia and the House of the Julii. Okay, interesting one. Now we can start learning about the rest of the world a lot more flipping quickly. Because now we can get that boat with our agents ashore. So, let's just get one of you guys over here. Drop the spy off and get the spy moving over in this direction. Okay, so we got ourselves some information there. The Athenians do indeed, well, of course the Athenians have Athens because they're just who the locals are. But yeah, the Greek cities have Athens. They've also taken this area off those guys. So, next up, we need to basically get my diplomat over to the Macedonians, because I feel like me and the Macedonians logically have some shared interests that we might be able to make work. Can I make a bit more money with paved roads? Actually, a little bit, not a huge amount. Probably can make more money just by increasing farming. Yeah, that makes more money for increasing farming, and I'll increase the growth rate too, so let's go for that instead. Up to 11,000 at this point. Oh! That's a Greek in my territory. That's a Greek in my territory. Okay. That's of interest. Also, there's just I think they've just generated a flipping guy out of nowhere. What have we got over here, by the way? There's a... we found Heracles! There he is. He'd naffed off over here. He'd naffed off over here somewhere. Right, okay. The problem is, if he attacks at this point, that force, together with what's inside their final city, will win. Straight up, that wins. I can't see what it is, but it's strong enough that those two forces combined... unless we just got really lucky. I mean, this is not even our best force. This is not the best force we have at all. It's probably time for us to not push against their capital. It's a shame, because if we could just get in there, like with a spy, we could... Oh, unless I could... Ooh. He's only got one route to go, and that's over the river. We could push for a bridge battle. Well, it's not a bridge battle. I can't even get reinforcements because the road infrastructure around here is so bad. Do you think it's worth it, Claire?
What, to have a bridge battle?
To try and push... Well, it's not even a bridge battle. It's not a bridge there. It's a flipping... It's kind of a... I guess it's a kind of a ford battle. I mean, we've got the phalanxes.
I mean, I'd be quite interested in that. Like, I really, really like the bridge battles when we do them. So
That's what I'm going to do. It's also a shame that there's literally no reinforcements we can get in. I'm going to bring a bridge battle right in over there. So... We are definitely we've shoveled the Parthian off. So, Heracles is trying to get back over here, but now the only way he can actually get through is by attacking me on this bit of basically where the ford of the river is. Now, reinforcement could come in from behind, but normally the enemy's not clever enough to pull that off. So, it's time for me to also send... I can bring in reinforcements simply by having them standing in the hex. I'm not sure I can... I think I might fall just a tiny... Yeah, I'm going to fall a tiny bit short. Okay, that's reinforcements for next time. Massacre needs to train some new troops, like now, and get those into production. We need this army. I can't have this army heading over towards here to help, because I suspect there's about to be an attack by the Greeks on Nicomedia. And we're not really quite ready for it. So I need to send a small detachment of troops back to guard Nicomedia, because Sardis is in okay shape right now, but Nicomedia is not. Nicomedia is incredibly vulnerable. Right, a detachment needs to move in that direction. Nicomedia can train up militia hoplites. So we're going to send 2 of those. Actually, no, we're going to use this to fix up these, all of these, and we're going to send a detachment, including the damaged lads, and we're also going to send... Barbarian mercenaries, mercenary peltasts, and the damaged Rhodian slingers are going to head back in that direction. And they're going to help out Nicomedia. The remainder of this force is going to intercept this family member who they've just pulled out of their arse over here. And basically intercept him and start barreling towards helping out over here. Because they might be needed to clear out the capital if this force is badly damaged. So, all of the rest of that, with the exception of 1 unit of militia hoplites, is now going to barrel in this direction. This guy can be cleared out pretty easily just by virtue of using the Cretan archers. So we're just heading over there and we'll take care of him nice and quick. And Syra is fine for the time being. That doesn't need to be worried about. Albeit it's going to take ages to get back up to strength. Yeah, I'm worried because I do not want war against the Greeks. In fact, they've literally got a bireme right there and a big force right there. Okay, if they declare war on me, that force is in Halicarnassus tomorrow, and all that's ready to guard Halicarnassus is 1 unit of flipping peasants. Halicarnassus might have to be sacrificed. If it is, we're going to need more defense at Sardis. I'm just going to train 1 more. You're Alexander the Cruel at this point. Cruel ruler. -2 influence, -2 from personal security. Bad idea. But he is sharp and a skilled bureaucrat. Okay. That force is barreling in that direction. Clear these guys out. That's a-okay. Anything I need to know about you? No, you're literally just some kids. Screw it, I'm just going to auto-resolve that. Clear victory. They got 25 kills. Fine. Though, sadly, he managed to get away. But that would have been a fairly uninteresting battle, probably. Slap down another watchtower. And we've got visibility of him. He's... I could have done better than that. Never mind. I probably should have just fought that one. Like, it's... Later Warhammer games... sorry, later Warhammer games? In later Total War games, like the Warhammer ones, basically, the auto-resolve when you had the massive advantage was a good way of clearing it out. Oh! Salamis. Port. Oh, yeah. An extra 800 trade out of its arse. Lovely. Love it. So that's definitely worth flipping doing. Alexandria can also probably get a massive increase in the amount of money it makes. Actually, not a huge increase. Only like 200 odd. Less than 200. That's almost weird. But anyway, we'll get that underway anyway because it's still a good idea. Memphis, it's already got paved roads, so probably just go for the larger temple, all things considered. Actually, you know what? The sewers will be faster. And Thebes, basically... Okay, that doesn't do anything. Well, let's go for the... mining worth 300. That's probably gold in that case. Yeah, there's gold nearby there. Interestingly, this force did not decide to intervene against Siwa, and also the large force of Numidians kept wandering off. It's got more important things to do, damn it. Possibly it wants to take over Cyrene. Understandable. Or maybe it wants to attack the Carthaginians. So I believe the Numidians and the Carthaginians are at war on this occasion. Carthaginians still doing alright, for the time being at least. So, okay. What else do we have to keep an eye on? Aha! Apparently we were under siege, and I just kind of missed that.
Well done.
Yeah, that's fine. So, Arsas, unsurprisingly, has brought his force to try and bring Silesia under siege. How long have we got? We've only got 6 turns till surrender, but we do have reinforcements barreling up here. By that, okay, just head north as fast as you can. Susa is under control for the time being. We can train some more troops there and we can bring more in. If he does not decide to assault, like, if he assaults Silesia, we've got the troops there to, question mark. I think we should be able to hold out, hopefully. Unless he uses his horse archers to provide constant withering fire and is intelligent. We'll have to see. Perfect world, I'd like to use Aristarchus, who's just going to get back up north fast enough to help with this, to actually chase him off. And I think he can probably get there. Can you get there next turn? You can get there next turn. Yeah, I think you can get there next turn, just. So, and he's not built anything there yet, so we're fine. How about the The Armenians are definitely coming, though. That is no longer any question whatsoever. But we've actually now got a force waiting for them. A damn good force in Hatra. So we can actually put up a damn good defense. In fact, actually, it'll probably take them 2 more turns to get here, which is just flipping perfect. So there's 2 more slots to fill in the city. Right, whack up the tax rate. So we've got the flipping garrison to actually manage that at the time being. Let's whack up the wooden wall just in case. Or is there anything better I could do? Yeah, whack up the wall. Whack up the wall just to increase the grain supplies. What's around the outside of Silesia? That's a wooden wall. That's not even that much either. Right, keep training. Bring you, my good man, back over to Antioch. Because at Antioch, you're now training the new force. Where'd the elephants go? Where did we see the elephants in this force? The elephants, We were training some elephants, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were distinctly training some elephants.
I remember you saying that, yes.
Where are the elephants?
Chat, let us know what happened to the elephants.
What happened to the elephants? Did I send them to the... Oh, they're half done. They're just not done yet. It's fine.
Okay. They just take a while?
Yeah, they're just half done. They're half done. It's fine. Right, retrain you and you as well. Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. We found the elephants. It's okay. We know where the elephants...
No one else, was confused about where they were. It was just you and me.
Yeah, precisely. Right, so we've got... Jerusalem has got itself... Jerusalem's on normal tax at the minute. We can probably afford to just send some more troops barreling north. We do have, an increasingly large number of problems right now. So we're just going to have you, and then we can also just have all of these flipping things all flipping done at the same time. Beautiful. That's going to be a very large number of upgraded troops there. This force needs to join up with this force, and this force needs to basically head along this road and go and take Petra. Though possibly we need to come up with something better for it to do. Right, Siwa is next on my list. Actually, I might just give Siwa 1 more turn, because if these guys are willing to attack me next turn, that'd be fine. And I don't really mind these guys being worn down a bit, because the reinforcements over here are miles off. So I might just see if those guys attack me, because if they do, I'd rather they did that, to be perfectly honest. I've still got 1,700. I should probably just use that on training troops. And speaking of which, yeah, Mazka's already training troops. We've got the reinforcements barreling over to Nicomedia. Oh, this is how I wanted the Silesia campaign to be, damn it. It's straight to flipping chaos. Right, get over here to Sardis. You can just get over here and keep an eye on these guys. That's more Greeks, so that's more danger. Sardis is okay. The economy is strong enough to support armies everywhere for the time being. The Armenians are coming, but if I'm lucky, they'll actually take out this rebel force for me, or have to walk around it, in which case that'll just slow them down because they'll be off the road. So that just buys me a little bit more time. So, that's probably about all I can do this turn. Susa could build something. Not much. Let's just get some flipping sewers in production over there, just to increase the growth rate. Yeah, things getting a bit hectic all of a sudden, and this is just how I flippin' like it. So, the next logical move is probably we might want to wrap things up this evening. This will probably be the last kind of big moment. We'll probably wrap things up there with a great big ford battle against the people of Pontus.
Excellent.
Let's see if they take it. He's doing it. He's totally going for it. So, Heracles is coming in. He is now the faction leader. In fact, yeah, he wouldn't be the faction leader. I shouldn't have killed their leader in the village. He should have just left him under siege. Nothing good there. Devout, anything good on the old front? No, nothing good in terms of morale. So Heracles on his flipping annoying cavalry. He is bringing a whole bunch of peltasts. Actually, loads of peltasts. Few hillmen. The problem is he's not got any proper front line. Like, they never developed the infrastructure to have their own phalanxes. So if I've got phalanxes and he doesn't, like, this could go either way. I think I can handle this, but it's a really interesting one. So, time for a ford battle. You don't see ford battles very often, because ford battles can only happen in the event that, like, you know, either it's just a ford that will never gain a road, or it's an area where, yeah, where basically there's not going to be a bridge. I mean, as is always the case, by the way, this river will mysteriously get much wider at the moment a bridge is built. So they basically just have to cross this narrow area right here. I think there's just the one. Looks like there's just the one. Yeah, there's just the one. Fine. So they just have to cross this narrow, shallow area right here. I need to guard it. Now, I've got the indirect fire and the phalanxes to pull this off, especially with a front line of proper phalanx pikemen supported by actual proper militia on either side. The problem is, because the river's so narrow, no, their peltasts probably won't quite have range. They might, if they were standing right here, have some range onto these guys, but we should be alright. And we have enough indirect fire that I can hopefully cause mass breaks. That's basically the plan here. I just need the mass breaks, and then I need reinforcements around the back. That's just the rear line, in case the front line collapses. And then what we need is, so those guys are my one group. They're my actual main attack force. That's fine. Other than that, it's basically the case that, yeah, we'll have the general at the back. They've got no artillery, so that should be fine. We'll have the actual Sarmatians at one side. Those guys have got a good, big, meaty charge on them for basically kind of if we need to just basically make sure the break happens. We'll just have them way over there. On the one side, we will have the archers ready to go. The archers should have an excellent shot down onto there, so they can just basically be there. We'll have the skirmish mode off. If need be, we can commit the bastards. We'll have the slingers on the other side. Same basic deal. They will have a good shot at everything crossing here as well. They can do the same thing. We'll have the Cilicians close by as well. They can basically just run forward when the battle begins and just basically start pelting over whatever it is they've got. Actually, I'll have them over here, because they can basically, they'll need to run a bit closer regardless, so I'll have them kind of in this sort of direction. We'll have you a little bit further back just so you've got more time to actually run forward. And then on either side, the flanks, we can guard with the eastern. They're going to be basically standing behind the phalanxes, simply providing a little bit of extra weight to that phalanx, and that's literally all I've got. So now it kind of depends on, I'm just going to move these guys a little bit further forward, because every inch might matter when it comes to getting my troops into position. Right, start the battle and then pause immediately. Okay, they've started pretty far back, which works for me. So I'm going to have you guys move up to here. I'm going to have you guys move to over here. I'm going to have you guys move into over here. Okay, that's all fine. And then we're going to have the reinforcements coming in. So you are going to be at the back. You are going to be at the back. And you are going to be at the back. And I might need to pull them out of formation to make them sprint. In fact, I probably will do that regardless. We can have the archers move a little bit further forward, just so they're a little bit better in position. We can pull this off, I think. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting one. Okay, and then you can just move a little bit further forward as well. And you guys need to move way further forward. Actually, you guys need to be right at the flipping front. And the cavalry can stay fairly towards the rear, ready to get involved if need be. So yeah, actually I'm just going to have all of you guys move out of your phalanxes as well. And, did that just cancel your order? Why did that cancel your order, you stupid bastards? Right, so you guys need to get back into the position I just told you to go. So you guys get over there. You guys get over here. There we go. This is fine. This is all fine. Right, while I'm just moving everyone forward, Claire, over to you.
Yeah, shout out to Mostly Caffeine, who gave us £5 and this Pearl of Wisdom. Semantically, the phrases "forgive me, Father, for I have sinned" and "sorry, Daddy, I've been bad" mean the same thing.
That is, I suppose, technically true.
Technically true.
Technically true, the best kind of true.
Shout out to Isaac, who said, Claire, can you get John to say hi, Isaac, on air? Also, how was your Thanksgiving dinner yesterday?
Isaac on air?
Hi, Isaac.
Ah, hi, Isaac. Yes.
Yes, sorry, I just pronounced it wrong.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving dinner was really good.
It was, yes. It was
Yeah,
delicious.
it was really delicious.
There was only one vegetable. I found that odd, that there was the only vegetable, aside from the potatoes, was carrots.
Yeah, I mean, because it was only 6 of us, so it's like turkey and stuffing and mashed potato and carrots. And like, you know.
Maybe I'm thinking of Christmas, like, because Christmas generally has like a wider selection of vegetables.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be like a sweet potato thing if there was more, you know, more people, but it's just like with 6. That was already quite a lot of actual, you know, cooking going on, so. Yeah, and we have leftover apple pie in the fridge.
But you made that apple pie. You actually made that apple pie.
Yeah.
Which, so it strikes me as fairly fair that you get to have a bit of leftover apple pie.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, okay, we've got some attacks coming in here. I think that's just the Pontic light cavalry, but my archers are providing counterfire. This flipping bridge is so now. Ah, that's Scythian mercenaries. That's why they're doing a good job. But Scythian mercenaries, though they hit hard, actually have relatively little in terms of the defense, because they've basically shown up without wearing armor. So they'll be taken apart pretty quickly, all things considered. They go into wide stance, and now in comes the infantry. So the infantry is now going to try and cross the narrow ford and basically walk into the kill zone. So they're basically now going to walk into the water, and in come the Rhodian slingers, in come the javelins, in comes archery fire. These guys are already shaken. They haven't even managed to hit anything yet. There's a lot of supporting fire coming in from all sides over here. This basically needs to... Okay, there's the first break over there. Where are the Scythians gone? The Scythians are over there. You guys, I'm going to put one of you into Flaming Arrow mode just for that. This unit is taking... wait, no, this one's taking a lot of damage, actually. This unit is taking a lot of damage from somewhere. In comes the first unit. It is some hillmen. They're already shaken. They're about to be hit by slings and arrows and run straight into phalanxes, and they don't like it. And in comes the flaming, and now we've got the first breaks. Okay, but... that's not the best stuff they've got. The best stuff they've got is probably I think they've got some heavy cavalry. Didn't we say heavy cavalry? I swear I said I saw some heavy cavalry. So we've also got some Cilician pirates who they should be on fire at will mode. So you guys can now just basically get involved over there and just toss in more javelins, and this is not looking good for the forces of Heracles. In comes some more cavalry. That is, I think, one of their main forces starting to collapse pretty quickly there. These guys are trying to rout into my pikemen, which might ironically like knock them out of position. So the routing units might actually do a better job than the non-routing units. In comes more flaming arrows. At this point, they're kind of stuck on the water. Oh yes, we've managed to drive one of their scythe chariots running amok. And when we say running amok, they're not running that amok. There we go, they're running more amok now. So basically I've got scythe chariots, I think, running amok actually literally in the middle of their army. But they're kind of stuck in the water, so they can't really move. So it's not going great for them. I need to hit more chariots, actually. If I can just hit the chariots. Yeah, I'm just going to basically try and hit all the chariots. There's more chariots, right. Everyone, flaming arrows, go for the chariots at the rear. If you can just basically take those guys out, if we can just make all their chariots run amok behind them, that would be hilarious, because then they'd basically be trapped behind. Actually, I mean, these chariots are supposed to be running amok already, but they don't seem to be. Right, in come more flaming arrows. Yep, there we are, running amok. Running amok is weird when there's a river involved, when they're trying to get into the water, but now anything that tries to retreat is basically going to be retreating into running amok chariots. You guys should probably turn your attention over to the Scythian mercenaries, by the way. So in comes another group there. Barely any cavalry's actually managed to cross over. I think they're now hopefully going to start chopping down their own actual troops at this point. In comes some more javelins. Oh, this has gone beautifully. This has gone beautifully, and in comes their leader. And now that's all broken. This has gone really nicely, actually. This has gone really, really nicely. So they're all broken and running in. We've taken some light knocks, but... we have indeed killed... have we killed Heracles? We've killed Heracles. So Heracles is dead. They're trying to actually run forward into this direction. It looks like not a single guy is going to get away. With the exception of the Scythians, who decided this just wasn't a good cause and have naffed off. So, you know, you don't really hire mercenaries for their loyalty. That's fair enough. And as it turns out... oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at all those bodies in the fort. And some of them just floating away downriver. Gotta love those bodies floating away. That's beautiful. Final few, final flipping few, so some running amok chariots coming forward, running straight in. Don't know why the archers decided to move forward at this point. They're trying to get on top of the Scythians, but job done. That went really nice. In fact, actually, that's heroic victory. That gets to go on the map as a little site of a famous battle. They didn't manage to get 200 kills, mostly, probably the Scythians. Just kind of firing stuff, and maybe a couple of bits of cavalry just tossing in javelins, but basically their infantry couldn't hack it, and that's where it went wrong. So, we've managed to do that. Are the Numidians going to have the same idea? People of Pontus. Oh! Right, there's also a backup force coming out of the city. Oh dear. Backup force coming out of the city as well. The game is saying these guys have got the advantage. 2 units of Eastern infantry versus 2 units of phalanxes. And the game is saying these guys have the overwhelming advantage. 3-1. Okay, I'm willing to take on a 3-1 battle game. Because you're wrong. You're incredibly wrong. Right, well, we just let this one happen because this one's a lot less dramatic. Claire, over to you.
Yeah, shout out to Anon iMouse who gave us £2 and asked what is the origin of the word classics?
Ooh, interesting. I'm not sure. I'm actually genuinely not sure. I don't know. Possibly someone else will be able to tell us that one. Right, I'm just going to get these guys out of phalanx. I'm just going to have them move up to the hill. Because if we can just take this position about here, that'll be A-okay. So I'm just going to have these guys move over here. Just going to have them run. I think we should be able to get into position with the spears down before these guys get over to us. And as a result, yeah, actually we can get a little bit further forward as well. So just speed that up. And then just basically get phalanxes into position. And then they're welcome to flipping try running into us. You guys decided to do this. Yeah, they're now going to basically go one-on-one uphill against phalanxes.
So the internet, the etymology dictionary...
Is my ear now playing mystery? Was that the flipping door again?
No, I don't believe so.
Excellent. I'm just going mad and hearing the door under all circumstances. Good, good, good.
Yeah, the etymology dictionary says classics, or classic, comes from the Latin classis. So
excellent. So, hang on, let's just finish these guys off here. Yeah, now we're just... And there we go, their leader's dead. They'll break, that'll be the end of that. Oh, you guys managed to get into the flipping rear of me. Well done. Right, and there we go again. Just continue the battle, chase these guys off as far as possible. Right, we're not going to be able to chase any further. Finish that off. Right, nice and simple. Right, lovely. We've just killed a few of them there, quite frankly. We just killed like 300. This was a clear victory. The game said couldn't possibly happen, obviously. Right, so they are now taken care of. Over to... Yeah, the Numidians want to do a big one in the field too. Good, that works for me. So the Numidians, their force of 2 Numidian javelin men. Alright, well done. Wants to basically pull out this force, which is their leader... Numidian cavalry and 2 distant. Defensive infantry are actually okay. Like, attack 7 and total defense 13. Those guys will do a competent enough job. But if we just draw up defensively again with archers, and actually more with peltas on this occasion, and just basically use our elephants and cavalry, we should just be able to ride these guys down. So they're going to be coming, yeah, the town reinforcements are coming from the southeast on this occasion. Remember, that's there. Big flat open space. Nothing too much to worry about here. What we need to do is just be... Actually, if I'm over here... I might just want to actually focus on... I might just want to focus on them, because I've got nice high ground here. I've got some nice high ground. I won't box them as they come in, but I do actually have the nice high ground to draw up against these guys right here, which kind of works pretty well, actually. So I'm going to draw up inside this sort of a position. We don't need to be wide. We can be fairly... We can draw it up pretty deep with our militia, just because, yeah, we've got the advantage that they're only going to come in. I think we've got like 4 units. So we can have 1 unit of archers at the rear. We can have this unit over there. Right, that'll do quite nicely at the front. Right, well, I'm just drawing this up. Claire, over to you once more.
Yeah, shout out to Johan who gave us 50 Danish kroner and said, I'm doing final editing of a 200-page academic volume for publication. It's a whole lot more fun when having this stream in the background. Hashtag Cult of John.
Yay! Cult of John. Cult of John. Good John. Like that. Like that a lot. Right, so... These... Good John.
You're talking to yourself or about yourself like you're a dog.
Uh-huh. I just occasionally like to remind myself I'm a good YouTuber.
Oh, yes you are.
Are you going to deny it?
Absolutely not.
Like some sort of monster? Now, so we've drawn up nice here on the high ground against these guys. They've got these guys coming as well. I'm just going to send the militia cavalry to basically just chase off these bastards, because We can probably use that. I mean, these guys might not win, but they'll keep them busy. They'll keep them busy, and when the time comes, we can just send the elephants thundering down the hill. Let's see, do the archers have... Archers will have range at Numidian Cavalry. Numidian Cavalry, I think, have about the same range as these guys. So these guys will be able to back off when the time is right, but they've also got the uphill advantage. This is... Yeah, they're not exactly that bad, actually. It's not even that bad in terms of the steepness of the slope. So these guys have to walk up the slope at me. Keep an eye on these guys, because these guys are going in first. They've got the fire at will on and slamming into the rear of you. Going to do beautiful work. They're wavering and probably going to break. They're already broken. Right. Don't swing round. Just basically get straight back out of there. Roundabout over here. And now just basically get some distance, get some distance, get some distance. Everything's firing. And now, back in, please. Now, what's going on over here? What's going on over here is... Yeah, it looks to me like they tried to push forward, but my Peltas are doing a really good job just pushing them back and pushing them back and pushing them back. My Peltas will take a fair bit of damage in this situation, but screw it, that is doing some good work. That's in general, just taking a load of damage and barely did anything back to me. In comes some more. They don't know whether they're going backwards or forwards. What's going on over here? Those guys have broken too. Yeah, those guys have done really well, so that side of the battle's already wrapped up. Over here, these guys just basically knocking down this over and over again. These guys are taking some damage, probably from the cavalry or from their leader. But at this point, they're pushing back, and their cavalry is now being kind of pushed. There's their leader. He's being pushed right into a phalanx, but he's kind of luckily got himself squished in just the right position. Where are you guys? Screw it. Send the elephants are not in a good position to get involved, to be honest. Need to get the elephants out of there. Right. Send my own general. Screw it. Send the elephants. If they want to charge my phalanxes, my flipping own cavalry and elephants can get involved too. Send the elephants around the outside. I don't want my elephants being attacked if at all possible. Bring my general back. Don't want to risk him. Send the elephants around here. The elephants can basically just charge straight into... This is desert infantry, but it is wavering and already broken. Okay, so that's all fine. You guys should be... Yep, fine. Lovely. Job done. Nice and simple on that occasion. So now we just basically chase these guys off. There's a fair few bits of javelins just coming down the hill over there. The elephants are chasing these guys off, which is lovely. So you guys just... I don't know why you're kind of pursuing. That's kind of probably what elephants should do, to be honest. And you're going over here. And let's just get the archers stepping back. I know the archers stepping back. We don't want them shooting down the hill at all possible. Instead, just ride these guys down, because that should be literally everyone dead who would have been in the town. So desert infantry being wiped out to the last man is marvellous. So we'll just, yeah, they've all been chopped down. And the elephants are, come on, come on, come on, just get over here, intercept these other ones, intercept these other ones. Oh, I don't know where the bloody hell the leader was, but apparently he was close by to my Peltas. Right, okay, and boom! Right, chop these guys down. That is unit number 2. Not quite to the last man, but no, maybe to the last man, because they've decided to change direction. They've decided to change direction, which was a stupid idea, but it's going to work for me. Now they're running this way, fine. So a couple of them are going to be able to get away, but other than that, life is looking good. Life is looking very good over here, in fact. We might be able to just walk straight into Siwa. And then basically we just leave a force there to reinforce it. Hopefully it's already been a little bit built up already. And then that'll be your job done. Nice. Okay, you know what? I'm happy with that. I'll just end the battle there. Really quit. Clear victory indeed. They got 165 kills, mainly off, yeah, just indirect fire. Mainly probably just missile cavalry, just the javelins. So, they've been badly damaged, but we have not moved straight into possession of that. The hand pump has been invented. Absolutely marvellous. And these guys are actually technically all still around, including that guy. That guy is technically not dead. He managed to... I thought he died. Maybe the other one died. Maybe that was the captain from the other army. What alliance was that? Oh, Plague in Macedonia. Need to remember that's there. Okay. Now, get you over to here. Macedonian city. I want to give you guys trade rights. That's going to make us a bit of money. I want to swap map information, which is very generous of me. And I want to offer you guys an alliance. Because me and you, we accept your offer. Nice. Right. We got Macedonian friends all of a sudden. So we've made a new friend. At this point, the alliance of losers has expanded. Carthage, Macedonia, and the Seleucids are all banding together. Because all of us, in our own way, are doing badly. You know, the Macedonians are doing pretty badly against the Greeks. The Carthaginians are doing badly against everyone, actually. They're just not having a good game, full stop. But if we all band together, we might have a chance here. And the Greeks have actually backed off. They didn't like the extra troops that showed up in Nicomedia. So the Greeks did not attack us, which is good. So we've got that new alliance right flipping there. Loving that. What was that alliance? I should have read it before I closed it down, to be honest. I think it might have been Julia and Germania. So they seem to be getting on well. Excuse me on this occasion. Ugh. So, anything else to learn there? Yeah, Britain and Gaul, I think they were already allied, actually. So that's all looking good.
That's weird.
What?
Britain and Gaul.
And there's the Armenians showing up with flipping 3 family members. Obviously. And, ooh, the Parthians are backed off. They knew they couldn't do it. That is really good news. So, remind me, what have we got in terms of infrastructure around here? That's basic barracks and archery range. Over here, we've got the militia barracks and the stables and the practice range, but no archery range. Okay, so these guys probably want to actually nip back. We've got the practice range. Did I say the practice range here? Yeah, we definitely got the practice range. We don't have the stables, though, so I can't retrain the cavalry. So the cav needs to be diverted over to Susa. That can go over there. You, however, can hang out in Seleucia, albeit some of these guys are a bit on the damage side. We can't actually fit everyone inside. Right, everyone who's damaged, get in there. We may as well just merge you two together and break up the remnants. That's fine. Everyone who's damaged can definitely get inside that city. So you get inside there. Seleucia, you heal those guys up, please, and train more archers as well. Because I think at this point, this force now probably wants to push pretty much straight on to Arsacia and kick the flipping Parthians out of this area for good. Or we could just draw a line here, basically set up a defensive frontier at this point and basically say, that's good enough. Like, as long as they're not threatening us directly, that's fine. Because this force probably actually wants to barrel over to help out against the Armenians. Because that's going to be one hell of a battle over there. Meanwhile, what's left at the capital? Because I feel like whatever's left at the capital isn't going to be much at this point for the people of Pontus. So let's just slap down 3 rams over there. Get you in there. At this point it is the new faction leader, Spartacus! Marvellous. Some heavy cavalry, some already damaged eastern infantry, so some of those guys are already pretty badly damaged. And other than that, there's one guy up here, but to be honest, he's probably about to become rogue regardless. So, who's the next biggest enemy after that point? Possibly at that point we should turn our attention to just clearing out some of these rebel armies at long flipping last. Or barrel some troops over to the east, reinforce Sardis. Make sure the Greeks don't get any stupid ideas, which they probably will do sooner or later. Also, watch out for, yeah, the fact there's currently plague in Macedonia, which is just a historical event that happens every game, which is going to not help the Macedonian situation. Make sure we don't get too close to spying on anyone who's actually got themselves the plague. Now, as for Thrace, what's the Thracian situation right now? Who's Thrace at war or otherwise nice with? Thrace. Allied with the Greek cities, enemies with Macedon, fine. So logically, we don't like those guys. Potentially, I could send a small force just in a boat over to actually take over Constantinople over here and just basically set that up properly. Just, you know, chase those guys off a little bit, set that up. That might work, and then basically just hold out there and provide some support. That would kind of be my first territory on the Greek mainland, and it would be in relatively safe space. All things considered. Nicomedia is never going to have a port anytime soon, but I've got a boat. I can just send that boat straight up there, declare war on Thrace. I'm at war with pretty much everyone else. I may as well flipping well. Right.
Some things never change.
Some things never change from universe to universe. They just flipping don't. And also, let's get that blacksmith down now. I can actually have that. Very, very nice indeed. And Tarsus, meanwhile, oh yeah, we're swimming in money at the minute. This is good. This is the good sort of money that we needed. Jerusalem needs to pay a tax cut and also some lovely council chambers. Things in control over here. Things in control over here as well. Let's just knock Siwa out, actually, while we're doing this. I think we're okay for the time being. Let's just wrap up by knocking Siwa out, because I think we can just basically walk in here. And that'll give you a final chance to basically get us fully caught up, Claire, on anything that is outstanding today.
So a quick shout out to Ram, who gave us £2 and wanted you to know that he sent you a Steam code through Twitter by DM. I think you might have seen that already.
Yes, that was for Maze. I already have review code for Maze, so don't worry. Find it another loving home. So don't worry. I mean, seriously, like, if there's a game I want to do, I can normally get review code of it pretty easily. So don't just, like, you know, spend your own money just, like, at random because you think that makes me more likely to play something. If I want to play something, I'll normally be able to get hold of it easily enough. So I wouldn't recommend in general doing that because it often kind of, it won't make much of a difference.
Yeah, and also shout out to Steven Likes Toast.
Well, I like toast.
Good name, good name.
Yeah.
Who gave us £2 and said the Parthians are a pain in the arses.
They really are, you know. They really flipping are. Right, in come the reinforcements. We'll just quickly grab them as they come in. But I think this is actually, is this the same unit that just actually, yeah, this is exactly the same unit that smashed into them just yesterday. Hi guys, we're back for a second round. So in they come and smash, and that'll be you done. And this time they're going to be done for good. Beautiful. Ah, lovely. Seaward's looking a little bit on the small side, it must be said. There doesn't seem to be a huge amount here. Just the general, 39 or so of him, so he just needs to be taken out. We'll just bring the archers forward, and then we'll just slowly push forward with the phalanxes. So, back over to you.
Shout out to a General King who gave us 10 Canadian dollars.
Best dollars.
Yeah, he said, hey John, I'm glad I caught this stream. Finally able to send something nice since my tax check came in. Wondering if you were planning on checking out the Fusion City Rising mod for Fallout 4. It's excellent.
I'm not familiar with that mod. As many of you know, I don't generally do a huge amount of modding for the most part. So I'm not familiar with that one, and so it's not really on the plans anytime soon, I don't think. Yeah. How did you let those guys get away? How did you let that happen? You were literally... Also, those guys are desperately trying to just push out to the city. Blimey. Okay. That's intriguing. You guys you're already on fire at will, right? Yeah, you're already at fire at will. Right, clear out those guys. Down to one. These guys started to retreat via this route, which is just weird. Okay, fine, what have you. Let's just send in some phalanxes. Just start securing the city here. Covered by those archers. That'll be fine. And then just clear you guys out. Love. Oh, that guy thought he could hold the front gate. Right, in we go. Back over to you, Claire.
Yeah, General King actually sent us another message and gave us another 5 Canadian dollars.
Yeah, more best dollars.
Yeah. And said, you cannot take the elephants out of the oven yet. They need a few more minutes to get extra crispy.
I wouldn't eat elephants. Elephants are too adorable and intelligent. Then again, pigs are intelligent, but they're... Well, okay, pigs are also intelligent, but pigs are too delicious. Like, pigs... Like, there's a sliding scale of, like, intelligent, cute, and delicious that decides what I do and don't eat. And pigs may be intelligent and cute, but they're so delicious. It kind of overrides that.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of the problem.
Yeah.
It's true, pigs are really clever, but they're also so damn delicious.
That is true.
They are really delicious.
That is very, very true.
So really, it's their own fault.
Okay. Shout out to Sir Roderick Quincy von Thunderbottom, the magnificent High King of Australia, who gave us 5 Australian dollars. He said, before I go, I just want John to know that in Warhammer 2, if you hit the insert key with artillery selected, you can take over and manually operate it.
I know you can manually operate it. I find that's less accurate. I'm also familiar with the recently circulated thing that was not widely known, where you can basically just manually choose a bit of ground to aim at. Which I can see the advantage of under certain circumstances. But actually, I've come to kind of like the fact that in Warhammer 2, the enemies vaguely know when artillery is coming from them and try and dodge out of the way. Because you can use it to kind of group enemies together. It encourages you to use, like, weak troops to pin enemies in place so you can artillery them. And that kind of, I like that. And the archers are totally failing to hit that, aren't they? They're kind of vaguely pretending they're firing, but they're not actually getting any actual arrows off, which is not that good. If I just move them a little bit further... If I just change your position slightly. Come on, guys. Figure it out. Figure it the flip out. You got a hit in there? No? Okay. How about a bit further back? Maybe you're too far forward. Can you figure it out from there? How about with a bit more kind of range on ya? Yeah? Yeah, just stop there. Start firing. Are you actually getting the arrows off there? They're totally not. Right, good, good. Right, well, in that case, you guys just go forward over here, and we'll just bring the archers in behind you, because the archers are totally failing to actually get a shot on this occasion, which is unfortunate. Right, okay, over to, like, over here. Now they're just being hit by javelin men, which is annoying, but we'll just kind of move you a little bit further forward. We'll just kind of, I just want to draw the flipping general off the plaza over here. Just draw them over here. Draw them over here. Faster, 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 faster. One, clear out these guys, please. You can totally do that. So just finish off those guys. Beautiful, they're dead. Now, just slow it down. Oh! No, that was just the captain. Now go over to there, and yes, as I was hoping for, now at this point, the general has been pulled forward into that there fight. So, that should be it pretty much done, in fact. So, Claire, back over to you as we just finish this off.
Shout out to the flipping failure who gave us $5 and said I only caught the stream because my milk gave me a sign.
Oh, and it was probably said that tomorrow you will do something that will change your fate. Your milk,
Yeah, sure.
Your milk said that. I love Deadly Premonition so flippin' much. What are you going on down there? You guys are just struggling to get into position. Okay, fine, whatever. These guys are just failing at phalanx. And this guy is just refusing to flip and die. There he goes. Ah, job done.
Very nice, very nice. Shout out to Heldro as well, who gave us 200 Swedish krona and said for once
Best krona.
Okay.
Swedish
We're
krona
starting
best.
this. Okay, for once I'm not working during a live stream. I will enjoy this as I enjoy all the MATN content. Keep up the amazing work and more Claire, please.
There's already too much, Claire. We discussed this earlier this stream.
Alright, alright. Well, that was rude. There's some more conversations about Robot Wars, and there are a few people in the chat that are concerned that we're now missing Robot Wars.
We are.
It's on the BBC. We have iPlayer. We can go as soon as we're done and hit start the program from the beginning, and we won't miss anything.
Yes.
Don't worry.
Which is the important bit there. But yeah. I'd say we're... Sorry, you've probably got a few final bits and pieces to get us up.
Well, I have 2 comments about Robot Wars, which
okay.
is why I brought it up.
Okay, and 3 other comments about RW, but I can't... But chat, let us know what you mean by RW.
Flip off. Shout out to Daniel.
Reunion Rex? Revolutionary Warriors? Rectangular Warrens? Badgers not being known for their love of rectangles, but maybe they do? Claire's looking for something to hit me with right now.
So anyway, Daniel gave us $2.
Thank you, Daniel.
And said Robot Wars hasn't been screwed over by the network, which I'm assuming is what happened to the other show that they were talking about.
BattleBots.
BattleBots, yeah. General King gave us another $5 Canadian.
Best dollars.
And wanted to know, is the new Robot Wars any good? I remember watching the original back in the day on Tech TV, I think.
I think it's been working pretty well, all things considered.
Yeah.
I think, like, you know, the new presenting team of Angela, what's her name, Scanlon? Scanlon, I think. Angela Scanlon and Dara Breen's been doing very good. I think they're a very good presenting team. They've still got Jonathan Watts' face doing the commentary, and he's still as good as he ever was. You know, most of it's pretty much come back. I think it's settled into a good format now that they do the playoff, like the loser brackets to get through. I think that's better than what the format was last year. So I think it's settled into a good format. I think, yeah, it's comfortably working pretty nicely right now. I think it just works pretty well. So yeah, I would say so. Yes.
Yeah. Quite like some people were asking if we're paying for TV because I said we have iPlayer.
No,
iPlayer, the thing that just comes on the
we've got the cheapest, crappiest Freeview box in Madge. In fact, we should actually get a different one because we've got a crappy Freeview box that sometimes doesn't work properly, and so we should probably change that.
Yeah, another shout out to Heldriller who gave us 50 Swedish krona.
Best krona.
And said, "Long live Scipio Africanus."
That's not a thing I'm supposed to respond to.
Is that I don't
Best
know.
Africanus? Do you want me to just say Best Africanus?
No,
Is this what I am to you? Am I just a performing monkey where you say word and I respond Best?
No.
Polly want a cracker? Best cracker! Best cracker!
You're a bloody cracker.
That was the best comeback you could come with for that? Get out! Go to the RW room.
Fine. Look, I just paused to take a breath to say the next thing. But
Say the
I
next
had to be
thing.
rude about it. Shout out to Carvis Carmira, gave us £2 and said RW equals rectangle watermelons, which exists, so John is right.
They do. They do in Japan. They're cool. I like them.
Yeah, John isn't right though. Like, we all know that's not a thing.
John's always right. There's the elephants. We got new elephants. Now they've got armour. Best elephants. Best elephants have armour. Yes, Claire. Have you got anything else to catch up with? Otherwise, we will wrap things up about here.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to Try Mathias, who gave us $20 and said, thank you for another fantastic stream. I really look forward to these. Keep being awesome, both of you. And shout out to Tree Shaker Tucker, who gave us £2 and said, bye, John and Claire.
Excellent. Yeah. So, you know what? I think this is an excellent point to end things off, because next week we've got some interesting stuff to do. We have got to actually walk in to the Pontic capital and take out, not exactly a massive army, but I've got a battered army myself. So this is a battered army taking on an army that's got some proper heavy cavalry inside street fighting, which is never easy. The Armenians are coming. They are almost here. Sent flipping 3 generals and tons of horse archers besides, and plenty of cavalry and skirmishers coming up against Hatra, where we do not have... We've got a decent army, so that's going to be a really fun one to hold out against. We need to potentially send some troops either heading north to try and deal with Arsas to clear him out and actually kick them out of Asakya as well. And finally, beyond that, I would like to think we could probably begin the invasion of the kind of the European mainland, probably gaining a beachhead over here at Byzantium, kicking the Thracians out of that and helping out our good friends, the Macedonians, in their war against Greece. And that might be how we actually go to war against Greece, helping out the Macedonians. And the Numidians will probably be back too. And once we actually get our spy and diplomats in position, we can probably actually get over here and ask the Brutii to tell us what's going on in the rest of the Roman world, and we can see how the Julii and the Scipiones and the Brutii are doing. Though, if, as indeed, yeah, the Scipiones, as very often happens, have sort of failed to launch because they struggled to get into Syracuse because it's got walls. It's one of the very few settlements at the beginning of the game that already have walls and a decent garrison. So, all of that to come in a couple of weeks, ladies and gentlemen. Next week. Are we on Saturday or Sunday next week, Claire?
Let me pull up
I think we're Saturday.
Let me pull up the calendar real quick so I can double check. In the meantime, just wanted to read this last one from General King that just came in with another $5 Canadian.
Best dollars.
You don't have to say it if it bothers you to say it. Shh. You know that. He says, last $5 on this prepaid Visa card, so I need to use it for a good question. How do they plant seedless watermelons when they don't have seeds?
Oh, shit.
Mind blown!
I
you
don't
see
know.
The face he's making.
I don't know. Oh, wow. That's an interesting question. I don't know.
Saturday next week.
Saturday next week. I already know what we're doing. It's a one-off. You're going to love it. All right, serious.
Are they gonna love it, or am I gonna love it?
Well, Claire's gonna be a bit more involved next week.
Oh.
Claire's gonna be Claire's gonna be a bit more involved in next week's one.
Shit.
Yeah, it's very similar to a game that we've had on the channel several times before. That's always very popular. There is a very similar game coming out soon. We're going to be live streaming that next Saturday. Claire's going to be helping me with it.
I literally just remembered it because you told me about it the other day, and
yeah,
it's going to be amazing.
It's going to be amazing. So, next Saturday, join us for that. While we are still in the weekend of Black Friday and Cyber Monday and the ones in the middle, the Many True Nerd merch is all 25% off at DFTBA / Many True Nerd. Just search DFTBA Many True Nerd. You will find it, or it will be like listed. And actually, there was a video just like the other night, so you can find the link to it in the description of that most recent video that just has the MATN as its thumbnail. That can be found. I need to acknowledge the new people who are the new sponsors, and thus are the people who get the awesome little emojis you might well have been seeing. Thank you very much to Jonathan Freeman, to Dan Garrell, and to Urban Cohort, the new sponsors. Thank you very, very much indeed. We must remember to give you guys some new actual emojis, by the way. We will give you some new emojis at some point very, very soon indeed. Coming up over the rest of this evening, it's Sunday today, right?
It is Sunday
It's Sunday today, which means Medieval 2. Coming out imminently, Medieval 2. And I believe tonight's episode is the first one where we actually seriously take the Mongols on in the open field. Because we sent King Skapti out to be killed by them previously, where we kind of knew he was going to lose pretty much, albeit he could just do a bit of damage. But tonight is the first proper fight where a major actual army takes on the Mongols in the open field. The Mongol war is on. The great bumbling is over. The Mongol fights are beginning. That is coming out imminently on the main channel. And later tonight, of course, Fallout 4 Frost as well. It is a good evening, but oh blimey, next Saturday is going to be spectacular. And on Monday, there's even more spectacular, because on Monday, a new little Fallout mini-series of new mysterious Fallout is also starting. So, hopefully, you'll hang out for all of that, because all of that, I think, sounds very, very cool indeed. But you know what? In the meantime, I've been John.
I've been Claire.
This has been many a true... I got the outro wrong. Ooh, I never do that. Shit. I've been John.
I've been Claire.
This has been Many a True Nerd. That's the channel this is on. Thank you all so very, very much for joining us tonight. And goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yes, this is a fertile land, and we will thrive here, and we will call it this land. I say we call it your grave!